A very good evening to you all, good morning or good afternoon, depending where you are across the world. Welcome to our second live offering from the round of 16 today as Portugal take on Slovenia in Euro 2024. I'm Sven and I'm going to be the host in this seat today to give you the latest on Euro 2024 as we can tell you who's gone through so far. We have got the results in so far. Switzerland beat Italy by 2-0 on Saturday, before Germany beat Denmark by 2-0 as well on Saturday evening. There was a disruption in that game due to thunder and lightning. On Sunday afternoon, we saw England just scrape past Slovakia by 2-1. Excellent commentary from Nicholas Jones and Paul James, who talked us through that one yesterday afternoon here on the channels. And then this afternoon, Mike Onneman guided you through. Then before Mike Onneman just got again this afternoon, Spain beat Georgia by 4-1 last night, unable to win that game last night. And then this afternoon, just before this game, Mike Onneman talked us over France won Belgium with a late own goal from Jan Vertonghen, knocking out Belgium in the 85th minute of that game. Tonight's game, Portugal against Slovenia. The winners will face France in Hamburg on Friday evening at 8 o'clock. Spain against Germany in the next round. That's been taking place at Stuttgart. England against Switzerland, should I say. They will be at Dusseldorf in that game on Saturday afternoon. And the winners of the Romania and Netherlands game and Austria and Turkey game, they'll be playing in Berlin next Saturday evening. The winners of this game will take on the winners of France and Belgium. With kickoff almost approaching. Before we go to match commentator Jack Essen, let me just go to co-commentator Paul James. And Paul, can we just have a quick prediction for you for this game this evening?
I'm going to go with 2-0 Portugal.
Thank you very much there, Paul. We'll be with Paul again in just a second as we now hand over to match commentary team. It's Paul James, but first of all, Jack Essen.
Yeah, very good evening to you, Russ. Very good evening to you, Paul, as well. And we're looking forward to a good one here. France awaits the winner of this last 16 tie between Portugal and Slovenia. Portugal, of course, off the back of that really disappointing 2-0 defeat to Georgia. It was a weakened team. They were guaranteed to go through, and Slovenia getting through on 3 points, a draw in each of their 3 games. Just to quickly run through the lineups before we kick off here. Jan Oblak starts in goals for Slovenia. A backline of Balkovic, who's replacing the suspended Eric Janza, Jakabio and Vanja Drkusic make up the centre-half two, and Zan Karnashik even is playing at right back. It's a flat midfield four, Jan Mlakar, Timmy Elsnik, Adam Serin and Peter Stojanovic, and an attacking front two of Benjamin Sesko and Andras Sprora. As for Portugal, it is a very different team from that Georgia game. Diego Costa starts in goals. João Cancelo, Ruben Dias, Pepe and Nuno Mendes make up the defensive four. It's a midfield trio. Bruno Fernandes returning to the side, João Palhinha and Vitinha in the midfield, and Rafael Leao starts on the left. Bernardo Silva starts on the right, and Cristiano Ronaldo, still hunting for his first goal at Euro 2024, leads the line. And as the teams are just getting ready, I'm probably about a minute or so away from kick-off. And yeah, just we'll bring in Paul James. I said we talked about Ronaldo there, still not scored yet at this tournament.
Yes, hi Jack, hi everybody. Yeah, it's quite a shock. He's not really hit form in this tournament so far. He was substituted, I think, in the second game, which he wasn't very pleased about. He's, to be honest with you, he's struggling in this tournament. Now, I don't know why that is. One might argue that it's to do with the fact that he's playing now in the Saudi League. Is that league as competitive as the top leagues in Europe? I think we can argue no. But we wonder whether that's perhaps why he's off his game a little bit.
Yeah, of course. And if he does score tonight, it will be the longest it's ever took him in a major tournament to notch his first goal in a major tournament. He has played in every single one for Portugal since Euro 2004, Euros and World Cups included, and it is the longest he's went in a major tournament without scoring. So it's a big night for him. He will become the oldest goal scorer as well in the European Championship. Should have scored in the record set by Luka Modric, 38 years old, just a few weeks ago against Italy, and we are almost ready to kick off here, just seconds away. Benjamin Sesko at the ball at the halfway line. As I said, Roberto Martinez there, the Belgian manager, Matej Kek, the manager for Slovenia. And yep, we are ready to kick off here. It'll be Cristiano Ronaldo to kick off, with Portugal wearing all red with green shorts. Slovenia in their all white, attacking the right-hand side of the stand at Frankfurt. And we are now underway for this last 16 tie. The ball's going to be lumped up quickly there from Pepe up towards Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva then deflects it off the Slovenia man for a throw-in in a dangerous area, early stages. Bernardo Silva linking up there with Vitinha. And it's going to be given as offside there. Sloppy play from Portugal to start the game, Paul.
Oh, that's poor. That's very, very poor. They've got to be better than that. Bernardo Silva as well, from his perspective, he's usually much better than that. Just didn't actually follow what the defence was doing there. As everybody moved forward, Bernardo Silva stayed in the offside position.
Yeah, complete lack of communication there. Not how Portugal would have wanted to start this game. And as the ball's lumped up towards the right-hand side, the loose ball then taken down by, I believe that was Timmy Elsnick, but then, let's see, foul, I believe. And yeah, a slow start to the game there for Portugal. Lumping the ball up straight away to try and launch an attack, but Slovenia now have the ball with Balkovic. Lumped up towards Sprova, picked up in the midfield by Stojanovic. Good play there from Timmy Elsnick to lift up the ball, and he was almost spaced on the right-hand side there with Karnacik running in, but it was well blocked there from the Portugal defender. And now Portugal stuck within their own corner. The referee, I believe, blows a foul there on Palinha by Benjamin Sesko. So early days there, Slovenia applying pressure. Good physical play there from Benjamin Sesko, but it did draw a foul, and Portugal are going to have the ball back on their own back line. It's Diego Costa even to Pepe. Pepe out to Nuno Mendes on the left-hand side. Back to Pepe. And of course, Pepe, another veteran in this Portugal side. Him and Ronaldo played in so many major tournaments together, and you do wonder if this could potentially be the last. Ronaldo said he wants to play at the 2026 World Cup in North America. And Portugal on the ball at the moment with Vitinha. Vitinha under a bit of pressure. Feeds the ball back to Cancelo. Cancelo crosses and switches the play towards Nuno Mendes on the left-hand side, playing at left back. He has support from Rafael Leao of AC Milan. Some good interchanging play here on the left-hand side, but the ball goes back to Pepe, who's going to opt to try and switch the ball across to Bernardo Silva of Manchester City on the left-hand side. And again, sloppy play there from Pepe towards Bernardo Silva. I believe it was going towards Vitinha. And once again, sloppy play from Portugal, and it's out for a throw into Slovenia.
Yeah, the ball coming forward there. The passing just not quite right for Portugal. It's early days yet. They've got time to get it right, but it's good pressure early on from Slovenia. I'm quite intrigued by this press that they're playing in this first half so far.
Yeah, it's noticeable at the moment just there as Nuno Mendes tries to get something out of nothing with a loose ball, takes two heavy touches, and it goes all the way back to the ever reliable Jan Oblak. It goes with Atletico Madrid. That's a poor pass out from Jacabiol, and it's going to launch Portugal into attack. Bruno Fernandes on the right-hand side feeds it to Bernardo Silva, back to Fernandes, going to try and get it ball, and then quickly at the back post. Oh, Rafael Leao almost there, inches away from putting it into the back of the net, and I believe that has went out for a corner. Karnacik got in the way just at the death to stop Rafael Leao from scoring there.
Fantastic defending by Karnacik. Look at this ball in. The ball in was really, really good, and Karnacik just gets in front of Rafael Leao there. This was really good play, and just puts it wide.
It was, and Rafael Leao as well, getting his foot right in front of it. Karnacik had to be aware as this corner is going to be delivered into the box now. It's going to be an in-swinger in towards the area from the near side. Vitinha to take. And Vitinha now gets the ball into the area. Almost towards Pepe, but it falls to the back post. And so close there, but perhaps not close enough for the Portugal number 4, Ruben Dias. And Portugal applying early pressure after a sloppy couple of minutes. They're now starting to benefit with some chances here.
Yeah, this was a half chance for Diaz. I kind of expected to maybe hit the target here, maybe force the goalkeeper into a save, but he just skews it wide. but it's early opportunities for Portugal. They're starting to connect a little bit better now.
Yeah, they had a lot of space there. Ruben Dias at the back post. It almost went to Pepe and just fell really nicely to Dias, but he couldn't get a good finish on that. Slovenia now advancing in the box, but the balls fell loose towards Bernardo Silva in the middle of the park. Well picked up there by Balkovic, and Balkovic's now going to launch Slovenia into an attack. Stojanovic on the right-hand side. He's got Portugal bodies all around him. Karnasic is in support, but he's going to try and keep the ball himself at the moment. Adam Seren's there in support for Timmy Elsnik, and that's a lovely ball forward. Portugal players claiming offside, but no flag for now. Andrea Sprova, and the linesman is going to then decide it was indeed offside. So Slovenia perhaps looking to cause a bit of problems, but the thing about Slovenia in this tournament so far is that both of their goals, Erik Janza in that first game against Denmark, and it was Karnasic, the right back, in their second game against Serbia. Of course, a 0-0 draw against England. Both of their strikers, Sesko and Sprova, haven't got on the score sheet yet in this tournament.
No, it's been a difficult tournament for Slovenia, 3 draws. Just going back to that offside, I mean, the linesman was level with that. Why didn't he just raise his flag?
Well, the thing is with that as well, usually you would say, well, he has to allow the play to run, but he was very quick then after, even though the play hadn't really finished yet, to go with his flag there. Typically, they're supposed to leave it a bit later before they flag, even if it is offside. That was a foul from Drakusic there on Bruno Fernandes as the ball moved forward, and it's going to give Portugal opportunity to get the ball into the box. It's a free kick on the near side, about 35 yards from goal for Vitinha to try and whip into the box. Bernardo Silva also over the ball. 6 minutes in here, still Portugal 0, Slovenia 0 in this last 16 game. Vitinha over the ball, Bernardo Silva as well. Bernardo Silva, of course, left-footed, Vitinha right towards the near side. So it's going to be Vitinha who tries to whip it into Pepe at the back post. Pepe gets a touch on it and it almost falls into the mixer in the middle with Jan Oblak. Some good goalkeeping there. But the linesman did, of course, flag for an offside.
Yeah, Oblak really down smartly there to end that play. But once again, Portugal going towards the back post and hoping to then pull the ball back into the middle. They started off now really good of Portugal. They're definitely dictating play at the moment.
Yeah, it was the second set piece that they've had in this game, and both have aimed towards Pepe at that back stick. But Jan Oblak there, experienced goalkeeper, 31 years of age, the Atletico Madrid man, was not being dumbfounded there, and the long ball up towards Andrea Sprova. The loose ball falls to Rafael Leao. He's got a bit of space now to go for a run. He gets it to Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo takes a loose touch. Drakusic is in there with a last-ditch tackle, and Slovenia are able to get the ball away. Karnasic to Stojanovic. That's lazy play there from Stojanovic to give the ball straight back to Rafael Leao in a dangerous position, and Portugal are going to try and go again here. They switch the play towards the right back, João Cancelo. Cancelo's got Bernardo Silva in support, but he's pressured to play it back the way towards Ruben Dias. And now Bernardo Silva's going to try and switch the play to Pepe in the middle of the defence. Back to Bernardo Silva, almost occupying a left-back position at the moment, as we notice that Slovenia press really pushing Portugal back a little bit there. Nuno Mendes. Mendes now with Rafael Leao, who tries to play a quick 1-2 with Bruno Fernandes, but Fernandes just not close enough to the pass. But it falls back to Rafael Leao now, who's causing problems in the middle on the left-hand side for Slovenia. Gets it to Ronaldo. Ronaldo takes a loose touch, but he's able to control it. That's great control there from Cristiano Ronaldo to keep the ball and keep it alive for Portugal at the moment. Vitinha, this is close play. It goes back to Ronaldo, and that's a loose touch, and Slovenia are then able to recover. Stojanovic now tries to get the ball to Sprova, and Sprova can't get his foot in front of the pass, and Pepe is able to recover. But yeah, great chance there from Cristiano Ronaldo. Good defending though from Slovenia.
Drakusic, what a fantastic challenge. That was a match-saving challenge because you have to get that right. If you mistimes that, it's a penalty and then possibly worse. But this is very good defensive play by Slovenia. But Cristiano Ronaldo, what a genius there, using his improvisation there to keep possession of the ball. This is why he's recognised as one of the best, if not the best.
Yeah, we thought he was losing the ball there and somehow managed to keep it at his feet and keep the play alive, but perhaps should have done a bit better for the opportunity and on goal. But some great defending once again from Slovenia, which has really been the hallmark of them in this tournament so far. Loose pass from Bruno Mendes towards Bruno Fernandes is not picked up, and the ball goes back the way. That's really lazy defending from Karnasic to concede a poor corner. As you know, Portugal in the 2 set pieces have had so far have caused some issues for Slovenia, so it's a lazy one to give away under those circumstances. Looking at that Ronaldo chance again, and Drakusic, that is heroic defending from the FC Sochi player Drakusic, and it's going to be a corner now on the near side once again for Vitinha to whip in. Will it be perhaps the back post again to Pepe? We'll wait and see. There's some holding going on in the box. Vitinha again tries to get the ball to the back post. It almost falls to Pepe in the middle. He jumps it to try and recover the loose ball, but Slovenia are able to recover, and Portugal now have the ball at the halfway line with João Cancelo, the furthest man back in the outfield. Gets it to Nuno Mendes on the left-hand side. Portugal are going to try and take the time now. They've regained their shape with Pepe coming back into centre half. Gets it to João Cancelo, to Bernardo Silva. Back to Ruben Dias. Dias now, some quick play between Vitinha and Cancelo. And Portugal now just looking to be patient in possession. Pepe, the furthest man back. That's Slovenia press coming out very quickly towards Pepe, towards Nuno Mendes. And it's going to put Rafael Leao on a bit of pressure here to try and get past the Slovenia man Karnasic. And Rafael Leao was able to then draw a foul off of Karnasic.
Yeah, it was intelligent play by Leao there. Sort of played him into making that foul. So free kick for Portugal. And right now Slovenia just doing their best to keep up, but I think Portugal are really dictating the play well at the moment. And Leao on this left-hand side has been fantastic so far.
Yeah, and Portugal dominating the early possession stats, 60% of the ball in the opening 11 minutes of this European Championship last 16 games. Still Portugal now, Slovenia nil. And really, as long as it stays that, it's still anybody's game despite Portugal's dominance in possession. João Cancelo gets the ball back to Ruben Dias as Portugal keep the ball comfortably on their own back line. Bernardo Silva comes back in support, switches the ball into the middle to Pepe. And again, under a bit of pressure from Sesko and Sprora. Stojanovic comes out to put pressure on Vitinha. Gets the ball all the way back once again to Pepe, to Vitinha. Vitinha now looking for the cross ball, but he finds the support of Ruben Dias just on his right-hand side. He's looking for the long ball across the park. Portugal trying to switch the play to where the space is at the moment. He switches it to Nuno Mendes, the left back. Mendes out to Rafael Leao. And Leao to Pepe. Nuno Mendes to Pepe. Back to Nuno Mendes. To Rafael Leao. Leao now causing problems, as we mentioned, on that left-hand side. Flicks the ball up to Bruno Fernandes, who's there on the left to support. Some good interchanging play here, but again, Slovenia's press forcing them back. And Ruben Dias now on the right-hand side to Cancelo. Space on the right for Bernardo Silva to try and look to get the ball into the box. He's cutting inside. That's a lovely ball to Cristiano Ronaldo. And oh, so close from Bruno Fernandes at the back post. He's got to do better there. The ball in from Bernardo Silva. Misses Cristiano Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes was there at the back post. And he is inches from making it 1-0.
Oh, that should have been a goal. And look at Cristiano Ronaldo. We can't believe it. The ball is swung in there. He just misses it, Ronaldo. But there is, it's a beautiful ball in by Bernardo Silva. What a ball in. And look, I think Bruno Fernandes, he has to try to get on the end of that. He's just an inch away. A little bit of the connection on that might have been enough to divert that into the net. But that is a fantastic ball in by Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, beautiful ball from Bernardo Silva, and a bit of a let-off for Slovenia that just missed Ronaldo by an inch, and then just as you thought Bruno Fernandes was there, misses Bruno Fernandes by an inch as well. But Portugal aren't going to let up here. They've got Rafael Leao with the ball on the left-hand side, causing problems for Karnasic. But Karnasic, good defending there. The loose ball goes to Stojanovic on the right. He's under a lot of pressure at the moment. Good defending there to track back from Cristiano Ronaldo to get the ball out for a throw-in to Slovenia. And yeah, as I said there, Rafael Leao on the left-hand side causing issues, well kept by Karnasic, and Ronaldo tracking back there to nick the ball off of Stojanovic.
He's such a disciplined player at so many levels. Look, he's still able to play at the top level. He's almost 40 years. I think he's 41 now. Is that how old he is?
He's 39, and he'll be the oldest goal scorer if he does score at this tournament.
To be able to still play at the highest level at that age shows he is extremely disciplined, an extremely disciplined athlete. And he shows it in the way that he plays. So, I mean, I could very well believe him going on to play in the 2026 World Cup, even though he'll be in his 40s when he does it.
Yep, could definitely make it there. He will say so himself. Throw in dangerously, flicked in towards Benjamin Sesko, but cleared away from Portugal. The loose ball now almost falls to Portugal, but they're able to recover it, and they are now with Mendes to Ronaldo on the left-hand side. This is a dangerous attack now for the Portuguese. Ronaldo plays a ball into Vitinha just in the midfield. Vitinha, that's a direct pass to Bruno Fernandes. Tees up Bernardo Silva once again on the right-hand side to Fernandes. In towards Ronaldo and Leao. And nobody gets there, but a Slovenia man who only clears it as far as Nuno Mendes. Mendes now just taking his time in and around the area and goes all the way back with Pepe. Pepe now towards Ruben Dias. And it's going to now go all the way back to Diego Costa. A dangerous attack there. Well dealt with once again by Slovenia, who, as I mentioned, they have been unlucky, or they were a bit lucky with the Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes miss. But overall, once again, as you mentioned, that defensive pairing just showing up solid for them. And Karnasic on the right-hand side has had some interesting battles in the opening 15 minutes with Rafael Leao as well.
Yeah, they've done well with Slovenia. I think defensively they've looked organised. I said the same about Slovakia yesterday. They've looked organised here in Slovenia. Look at the pack in the midfield. Look at this. They've got 6 in the midfield here, just dropping back and packing that midfield and making it very difficult for Portugal. They're having to go down either flank here in order to create anything.
Yeah, as exactly as you noted there, they cannot seem to really properly break down this Slovenian midfield and defence in the opening 16 minutes of the game. They have came close, but it's really been from balls into the box and from set pieces in the opening 17 minutes of this game. Still Portugal nil, Slovenia now, with Portugal dominating possession as usual. A ball towards Bernardo Silva there, tried to flick it past the midfielder for Slovenia, and it's going to launch Slovenia now into a counter-attack. The loose ball falls to Benjamin Sesko. Can he hold up the play well? But there's enough Portugal bodies back to get the ball away. Palinha now brought down by the Slovenian man Jan Mlaka. And there's going to be some words exchanged here with Andrea Sprora and Vitinha. It was a really physical battle in the midfield with Benjamin Sesko trying to hold up the ball. He had 3 Portugal men trying to nick the ball off him, and looking back there, Vitinha, as the loose ball went up to Andrea Sprora, Vitinha put his foot up, and Andrea Sprora, he goes down holding his face, but it didn't actually touch him, did it?
No, that's shocking. The referee should book him for that. And probably the number 17 there for Slovenia, Jan Laka, should also probably be booked for that as well. It's shocking, really. And the players go down like that, trying to get players sent off and trying to get players booked. They should be booked immediately for that.
Yeah, and the referee is Daniel Orsetto from Italy. There's been some referee drama at this European Championship so far. Slovenia now trying to get the ball in the midfield with what little possession that they've had in this game so far. It's Adam Serin gets the ball back to Bijol. Bijol's got Drakusic and Jan Oblak in support. He goes all the way back to Jan Oblak, who I assume is going to try and lump this ball forward towards the 2 big men up front, but it falls to Jan Blaka, who gets a good header onto it, and that then falls to Andrea Sprora. This could be a decent attack here for Slovenia. Stojanovic now advancing forward, and Nuno Mendes there trying to go in for a challenge, and Stojanovic was also equally as aggressive to it, and I believe it's Nuno Mendes who came out worse in that, and they're actually going to kick the ball out now so that Nuno Mendes can receive treatment.
Sporting play that time. Looks like he's in a lot of pain down there.
It was an aggressive challenge there. It was a loose ball, to be fair. Stojanovic is getting away from him. He does actually win the ball as well, but it's his left foot on the ground. Takes a real hit to Nuno Mendes. Nothing malicious in it. A really physical challenge, but Nuno Mendes has came out the worst from that. And as we're hitting 90 minutes on the clock, we are still at stalemate here. Portugal nil, Slovenia nil, and really, now that we've got a break in play, what has been your assessment of the game so far, Paul?
Well, so far I think Portugal are controlling the play, but they're having a lot of trouble breaking down Slovenia's defence, resulting in the balls having to go down the wings on either side. Unfortunately for Portugal, Leao is doing very, very well down this left side. Obviously, down the other side of that, on the right hand side, Bernardo Silva is whipping in some pretty dangerous balls. So Portugal are creating chances. They've just not been able to put it together with the final ball yet.
And Nuno Mendes now back up on his feet. He's going to go to the sideline, I assume, to receive further treatment. And Portugal now get things underway. It was Slovenia that kicked the ball out, so Vitinha will now kick it all the way back towards Jan Oblak and give Slovenia possession. Again with Jaka Bijol. Under a bit of pressure, gets the ball back to Jan Oblak. Oblak out to Karnasic. I talked about the Slovenia press, but the Portuguese press equally is impressive there to allow them to win possession back and cause problems for Slovenia. And that's a lump ball towards Andres Sproa with Sesko in support. That was a 3 versus 2 situation, and Sproa just had to get the pass right. He had Mlaka on his left, Benjamin Sesko right in front of him, and could not find the right pass. It goes straight back to Diego Costa. A let off there for Portugal. It was a 3 versus 2 situation for Slovenia.
Yeah, with the odd man rush there, he might have been better off going towards the player on the far left there. As the 2 Portugal players were a little bit more closer to the guy in front of him. He didn't get the pass right in either case, and in the end it just went straight through to the goalie. But it's pretty. That's an opportunity that Slovenia won't get too many of.
It's not, and it was sloppy play in possession there from Portugal. If you've cast your mind back just to the last game against Georgia, it was kind of sloppy possession for the opening goal for Kvaratskhelia in that game to give them the opener. And Portugal, despite their dominance in this game, they can't afford those kind of mistakes, especially in a last 16 game, especially against a team who have really shown how resolutely they can defend in this tournament. If Slovenia do manage to nick a goal in this game, it's going to be very hard for Portugal to try and break them down.
Yeah, I think so. They've really defended very, very well. They've packed that midfield. They've almost trapped the midfield. You know, you could almost call it a midfield trap, because once that ball is in the middle of the park, Portugal are outnumbered, in most cases, 6-3. So they're then having to find that they're having to dump the ball over to the left-hand side or the right-hand side in order to create opportunity.
Yeah, and almost catching out again. A long ball towards Andres Sproa, well picked out by Nuno Mendes, but Slovenia have the ball once again with Karnasic. Karnasic trying to get the ball in towards Serin, but Portugal are able to recover again. The ball's lumped forward, and Slovenia now have the ball back. Oblak getting the ball back to him, and he's going to lump that forward once again to the men in the middle. It's headed on towards Sesko. Sesko heads it on towards Sproa, but once again, decent defending for Portugal, is able to recover. And Sesko leaves a bit on Nuno Mendes, as we mentioned just a couple of minutes ago. And once again, he's the victim of a loose ball in which a Slovenia player aggressively trying to go towards it. But in that case, it was a very clear foul from Sproa on Nuno Mendes, who once again is now back on the ground.
He went into him with his knee. There was no need for that at all. Look at this. He's not going to win the ball. He's not going to win the ball. He's already lost. Mendes already won the ball, and he was clattering into his side. That's pointless, and that's risking a yellow card. It's actually rather a silly thing to do.
He's just left one on him there, and you think as well, Nuno Mendes even injured just a couple of minutes ago, and it's not going to enjoy getting another aggressive challenge on him. But in this case, it was just a clear and obvious foul, which Portugal are going to take just inside their own half. Pepe saying he wants to try and lump it forward. He's not got a lot of passing options, so he has to go all the way back towards his goalkeeper, Diego Costa. Costa now looking for his own options. Ruben Diaz even gets the ball out to Cancelo. Back to Diaz. Diaz to Pepe. Pepe now looking for his forward options. He's trying to signal to players forward, Bruno Fernandes and maybe Ronaldo, to push forward towards the goal, to look for that long run to split the defence. But none of the Portugal players in the forward positions are really looking for that at the moment, much to Pepe's frustration. The ball still within Portugal's back line at the moment with Ruben Diaz. Diaz going to try and get the ball to Pepe. Is Pepe going to look for the long ball forward now? He's going to go on the left-hand side towards Mendes. And Mendes now, Portugal playing patiently. Fernandes dropped into the left-hand side to free up space for Rafael Leao, who's going to pass to now. Met well by Karnasic, and Karnasic once again, really good defending on Rafael Leao. But the ball then flicks to Bruno Fernandes, and it hits right into the middle of the goal for Jan Oblak to make a comfortable enough save from the Manchester United man, but I believe the referee has signalled for the ball to come back for a free kick, and looking to see what that was for. Yeah, it was a handball from Polinia. It looked like it hit his shoulder though, so if it had went in, it would have been slightly controversial decision.
Just bounced nicely for Fernandez, didn't it? And he just only managed to find the centre of the goal where Jan Oblak was. But again, a chance for Portugal.
Yep, chance is coming, and he's always going to try and hit that from that kind of area when he's got the space to do it, and it lands so nicely from Slovenia on the ball now with Adam Serin. Lovely bit of footwork there to draw a foul on Rafael Leao, and the referee's going to have some words, I believe, for Rafael Leao, but I don't believe he's going to be issuing his yellow card. I think it was just a late follow-through on Adam Serin, and Slovenia are going to try and get the ball back quickly, but the referee, having words with Roberto Martinez, I believe, thinks that should have been a yellow card.
Again, managers. There's been a few coaches booked in this competition so far. I believe the Danish manager was booked on Saturday, and also the German assistant manager was booked on Saturday. I think coaches need to be a bit aware of the fact that they cannot approach the referees on this is a captain's job.
Yeah, and Slovenia are now going to try and take the ball. It's a loose ball towards Benjamin Sesko. Benjamin Sesko almost getting space in the middle of the park. Well cut out by Polinia. And it's going to launch Portugal into a dangerous counter-attack now with Bruno Fernandes running down the right-hand side. Serin there to try and meet him. And Serin manages to back him off. He tries to get the ball towards Bernardo Silva and just cannons it right off Serin out for a Portugal throw in, which they're going to try and take quickly here. It's Vitinha on the ball, looking for his options forward. Ronaldo's there, tries to flick it on towards Bruno Fernandes, but the flick on is deflected and goes back to Vitinha. Now gets the ball to Polinia, to João Cancelo on the right-hand side. Good footwork there to try and get the ball in towards Cristiano Ronaldo. And once again, a Slovenian man, Drkušić, is there to deny Cristiano Ronaldo.
Good header. Well, that's absolutely superb again by Drkušić. He's done this a few times in the first half. Gets again in front of Cristiano Ronaldo and gets the header, diverting it away from goal and behind for a corner. Look at this. It's not easy to beat Ronaldo in the air. He's a tall man. And Drkušić gets up there and makes the challenge. Another good piece of defending by Slovenia.
Was perhaps even better about it. It didn't actually go out for a corner, the header. He managed to get it out all the way for a long throw, which is getting taken into the box right now. And again, a Slovenian man is there to head the ball away towards Andres Sprora, the furthest man forward for Slovenia. But there's enough Portugal bodies back. Loose ball from Polinia there out to Bernardo Silva. Cleared away from Slovenia. And Slovenia are now able to recover the possession once again with Karnasic. Karnasic now to Adam Serin. To Sprora. Stojanovic even to Sprora. Sprora tried to find the 1-2 with Stojanovic, but Portugal are able to recover. And Rafael Leao takes the ball. Adam Serin dispossesses him. And Slovenia will be happy with how they've started the game so far. Foul drawn there from Adam Serin on Rafael Leao, but the play is going to continue here. And it's Mlaka out to Balkovic on the left-hand side. Portugal now are able to recover possession with Vitinha. Vitinha's got Bernardo Silva on the run on the right. And he's looking at him, but decides to try and go in the middle. And then he's got Bruno Fernandes there. Bruno Fernandes loses footing, but Jakob Bayol can only guide that out for another corner for Portugal.
Well, again, smart play as they tried to break down the Slovenia defence, and they're having a lot of trouble with it. But Slovenia have been so organised. They've made it very, very difficult for Portugal. I don't see any way through for Portugal right now in the way that they're trying to attack through the middle. They're having some success down the wings right now. But it's Slovenia making it hard.
Yeah, another corner whipped in from Bernardo Silva, this time a really poor one. The first on the far side, doesn't beat the first man. Benjamin Sesko is there to clear the ball away, but Portugal will retain possession. The ball goes all the way to the back post of Ruben Dias and heads towards Pepe. Jan Oblak is there to meet it, and Pepe goes flying in to the Atletico Madrid goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's foul. He's not going to get away with that. It was a poor corner to begin with. I think any player that delivers a corner like that doesn't beat the first man should be fined 2 weeks' wages. It's pretty poor all round, is that? No excuse.
Yeah, it was the first one for Bernardo Silva to take. The rest of them have been from Vitinha on that near side, because he has been hitting in swingers into the box with his right foot. And it's going to be I said a foul for Slovenia, which is lumped up towards the middle of the park, and the ball in the other moment, Stojanovic is able to bring it down, but really good defending there from Bruno Fernandes. Rafael Leao trying to pick up on the loose ball. Timmy Elsnik there to meet it and able to recover the ball back for Slovenia. It goes all the way back to Jan Oblak in goal, so gets the ball out to Jakub Bijol. Bijol now, he's got Balkovic on his left-hand side, but feeds the ball to Serin, who now gives the ball to Balkovic. Balkovic, direct pass in the middle to Benjamin Sesko. Good hold-up play from Sesko. Tried to free up the space from Laka on the left, but Portugal once again able to recover. Vitinha, lovely trickery there in the midfield, gets the ball to Ronaldo. Ronaldo tries a quick pass towards his teammate Bruno Fernandes and can't get the ball away there, so Nuno Mendes is able to recover. And Mendes now on the left-hand side to Rafael Leao. Ronaldo once again meeting up with Djukusic, and Djukusic wins the ball, but the loose ball falls to Mendes, and that's a long ball towards Bruno Fernandes. And once again, Balkovic defending for Slovenia. And it's going to be a throw-in now.
Really good.
On the far side. Vitinha. Vitinha now to Ruben Dias. Dias in the middle to Cancelo. Cancelo trying to go for a run. Gets down Balkovic. Gets the ball in towards Ronaldo, and it's not a strong connection on the header, and a relatively easy save for a goalkeeper of Jan Oblak's standard, and he's not messing about here. He lumps the ball towards Andres Sprower. Pepe is there to meet. It's going to be a battle between Pepe and Sprower. Costa gets the ball, lumps it forward. It's going to go out for a throw-in to Slovenia, or is it? It just about stayed in, or did it? It did not. The line's been said. It's going to be a throw-in to Slovenia. So Slovenia, in the opening 31 minutes here, can be more than happy with how they've defended, but chances have been at a premium for them.
Well, it has. They haven't had a lot of chances, but look at this header from Ronaldo. It was made difficult to him for Djukusic, getting across there, making that difficult for Ronaldo. And again, they've just done the simple things right of Slovenia. They've tracked their men defensively, and they've not left any gaps. They've done the simple things right, and it's working for them so far. But yes,
but Rafael Leao going, on an advancing run there towards the box. Djukusic brings him down just on the edge of the area. It looks like he perhaps won the ball. He's protesting that he did win the ball. And a dangerous position there for Portugal to take a free kick. We can take a guess who's going to be taking that free kick. But a really advancing, progressive run from Rafael Leao. And that's really what Portugal have needed in this game to try and break down this back line. Just somebody who wants to take a run for it. And Djukusic perhaps an inch away from actually winning the ball there.
It almost looks like he wins it, doesn't it?
It's difficult because I think
he does.
I
think he wins the ball. I think he wins
first
the ball.
angle, it looks like that he didn't, and then they show you the other angle, and it looks like he did. So, a difficult one really for the referee to make a call on. Djukusic clearly claiming that he won the ball, and it's going to be a free kick now in a very dangerous position for guess who. It will probably be Cristiano Ronaldo, who will want to take this one from this position. Of course, he did score in that epic free each game in the last minute against Spain at the 2018 World Cup, a free kick in a relatively similar position, and of course it is that man Cristiano Ronaldo who's standing over the ball at the moment.
Oblak needs to get his wall right.
He does, and in fact there's a few players over the ball, or there was, but they're all vacating now. Bernardo Silva looked like he maybe wanted to go at it. Bruno Fernandes was standing over it as well. Vitinha's in and around the ball, but I feel like when Ronaldo gets a free kick from this opportunity, it's always going to be him that will look to take it. He's not looking happy at the moment. No wonder he hasn't scored yet in this European Championship, and this would be quite the way to do it from just outside the D, around about 20 yards. Cristiano Ronaldo, inches wide from the top left-hand corner. Jan Oblak was beaten, and that was a thunderous effort towards the left-hand side. Jan Oblak's near side as well, and so close from Cristiano Ronaldo.
What a super strike. What an absolutely super strike. And there's no way the goalkeeper's getting there. That's under the crossbar, that's in. And it just a little bit too much height on it, and it just clears the crossbar by what, an inch or two? Oh, yeah, that's close.
I think it's close. It's going to be a close one for Oblak, but I think Oblak just sees it late enough where had it been on the target, he would have just about missed it It was a thunderous strike. I think it catches him out on that near side as well. He's probably expecting the far side. In Slovenia now, however, they're not resting. They're going to try and go on a counter-attack. But once again, Portugal able to win the ball back. Ronaldo, lovely flick on with Rafael Leao. He's got Ronaldo again on his left, but he's going to probably try and go for an advancing run towards the box. Drkusic, once again, good defending from the Slovenia man, Drkusic, to get the ball out for yet another corner on this far side, which I assume Vitinha will look to take. And Rafael Leao once again causing problems. Slovenia have handled him relatively well when all things considered, but a lovely bit of link-up play there between Leao and Cristiano Ronaldo to fashion that chance. And yeah, as I said, it's a corner on the near side of Frankfurt Stadium, and it's going to be Vitinha to take. He does have an option of Bernardo Silva short, who's came short to support, but he's looking for his options inside the area. The referee seeing some pulling, toing and throwing in the box, signalling to Serin that he's perhaps too close to the corner. It's going to be a short one taken. Bernardo Silva back to Vitinha. Vitinha now flicks it towards the back post, but Ronaldo is there, and once again for Cristiano Ronaldo, it's an inch wide on the header, and he is furious.
Well, he might be, but I mean, he's got very high standards and perfectionist standards for himself. But I think as neutrals, we need to look at here at the defending again. And this time, I think it was on the back post, Karnicic at the back post. He put off Ronaldo there as well. They're marking him very closely, and I think teams around there know what to expect with Ronaldo. They know he's world class. They know he's probably the most dangerous player at the Euros. So they are marking him very, very tightly, and it's hard for him right now.
Yeah, and I think as well, when you look at comparing Ronaldo to the years gone by, he has lost a bit of his physicality, a bit of his pace, which has been so much of his game, and he really is much more of a target man in the middle now, which I suppose makes it easier for Slovenia to defend. The stats have just came up there, 70% possession in the opening 37 minutes of this game for the Portuguese. Slovenia yet to register even a shot on goal, and Portugal are going to try and come again here with Nuno Mendes on the left-hand side, causing issues, but Karnicic is able to recover. The loose ball falls to Leao, who gets the ball past Karnicic, but it perhaps hits off of Karnicic's hand there, and it's going to be a free kick in a dangerous position once again for Portugal to whip into the box. Zan Karnicic, the first man to get a yellow card, or the second man even to get a yellow card behind Drkusic, and it's difficult to see, was it for the handball on the... He swipes his hand at it. I think that's a clear yellow card for the handball there from Karnicic, and it's going to be another opportunity in a very dangerous position here, just on the edge of the area towards the near side. Once again, it's going to be Bernardo Silva, Vitinha standing over the ball. Probably Vitinha, but Cristiano Ronaldo has stepped over the ball, and he's not typically the kind of player who's going to try and whip that into the back post. So from a really dangerous angle here, it looks like I would be surprised if he tries to get this into the box. He's got his shooting eyes on towards it, but it's a really tight angle for him to try and go for this. And
I wouldn't be surprised.
And the referee just telling him that the ball needs to go a little bit further back before he... I assume he'll try and take this shot. Surely he's not going to try and shoot from here, but it is Cristiano Ronaldo. Stranger things have happened. And it's going to be a free kick to deliver in towards the box, and he goes and swings that. A shot, Paul, or was that... did he attempt to actually cross that there?
I think that was a cross, but I just think he got a bit too much mustard on it. Just goes over everybody's head. I think at the moment, Cristiano Ronaldo is frustrated. He's angry. I don't think that's helping him right now. I think maybe he just needs to take a deep breath and... Well, a lot of time to go in this game.
Stojanovic now on the right-hand side. That's lots of space on the long ball. Stojanovic looking for his options in the middle. Can he find Sprora? And for the first time today, Portugal have been asked to do some defending, and Nuno Mendes was there to deny Sprora what would have been a really good opportunity in on goal.
Yeah, that was a good quick break by Slovenia as well there. They need to do a bit more of this, because it's all very well and good, the fantastic defending that they're doing, but they do need to try to get forward a little bit as well. It was pulled back there. That was well read by Mendes. Well read. Gets in the way of that, puts it behind.
top tier defending from Nuno Mendes there. It's going straight to Sprora in the middle of the box, who you'd assume would have a really good opportunity for at least a shot on target, and he's there to clear it out for Slovenia's first corner of the game, which is going to be whipped in on the near side by Adam Serin. And what does Slovenia have in the locker here? They're going to try and play it short in towards the box. It's teed up then by Serin. Nobody there, and the ball falls all the way towards the back post. Well, it was straight from the training ground, Paul, but I don't think they'll be trying that one again.
No, there's a bit too much on it. Whipped across. It'd have been all right if somebody was running in and gambling and maybe getting something on that, but that was a big ask because it was whipped across there with real pace.
Slovenia had a rare opportunity in the game, but it went all the way out for a throw-in towards the halfway line, which Portugal are going to take now. Bruno Fernandes looking for the long ball forward of Cristiano Ronaldo, and Cristiano Ronaldo almost meeting it, but Jan Oblak, good goalkeeping there, try and get it out, and it was eventually then put out as a throw-in, or a foul even for an offside on Cristiano. Ronaldo still hunting for his first goal at this European Championship. He's had a couple of opportunities in this game, but nothing really clear-cut, no real clear-cut shots on target for him, apart from that shot, of course, which was so close on target of the free kick. And he is just cutting a frustrated figure out there, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, he's not used to not scoring, is he? It's they had 3 against Turkey and 2 against Czechia. It's not usual for him to go this long.
It's not. This is the longest, as I mentioned, he's ever went in a major tournament without at least scoring 1 goal. If he doesn't score in this tournament, then it'll be the first time he's ever not scored in a major tournament for Portugal. And that, just to mention, that is every World Cup and Euros since 2004. It ranks about 11 major tournaments. So it would be quite something if he isn't able to get a goal in this one. But there's still plenty of time for Portugal to try and find the opener. They have the ball comfortably in possession at the moment with Pepe. Back to Ruben Dias. Slovenia now trying to apply a press. Palinha now gets the ball, tries to lump it forward towards Cancelo and Bernardo Silva, but it's out on the left-hand side from Balkovic, out for a throw-in. And Jakabio there clearing the ball as well. Him and Drakusic have been a really formidable pairing for the Slovenes at the back, and all 3 of the games they've played so far, they've really proved to have the most important players in Mateusz Kek's system for the Slovenian national team. And Portugal now going to have a throw-in on the far side. Good footwork there from Cancelo and Vitinha, but linesman rules that ball and went out of play, so Slovenia are now going to have the ball with a throw-in in their own half. And we're coming into 42 minutes in the game now. Slovenia, so far so good, but for Portugal, as the minutes tick on, you really think that they're going to start to get a bit impatient about getting a goal in this game?
Yeah, I think so. I think there is a danger of them becoming impatient, but I think they've got to look at it like, relax, the goals will come, because all it takes is 1 chance. Whereas Slovenia have to stop everything. Portugal just need 1 chance.
Yeah, and the ball fell to Cristiano Ronaldo there. It looked like if he managed to get past Drakusic, he would have had a good opportunity in goal. But Drakusic, once again, good defending. Slovenia get the ball up the park. Benjamin Sesko now just on the edge of the area. Can he fashion a shot on goal? But Palinha is there with some good defending. The loose ball almost falls to Serin, but Serin can't get a good connection on it, so it falls to Vitinha. And Portugal have the ball once again. Laka applying really good pressure there onto Vitinha, the Portuguese midfielder, and forces Portugal back once again with Ruben Dias out to Pepe, to Nuno Mendes. Mendes now looking for the long ball forward towards Bruno Fernandes. Drakusic there once again. The loose ball falls to Rafael Leao, just inside Slovenia's area. And once again, ball falls loose and Portugal are able to recover. The ball on the right hand side, Bernardo Silva tries to get it quickly out to Cancelo, but Slovenia, some good defending once again there. Jakabio on the ball now, lumps it forward towards Andras Sprora. Sprora gets his head onto it. Portugal want a foul, but the referee waves play on. Benjamin Sesko. Sesko now looking for the shot, and it's their first shot on target for the game for Slovenia. Benjamin Sesko, but a comfortable save for Diego Costa. And Portugal aren't going to mess about here. They're going to try and get the ball out quickly towards Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. Bruno Fernandes gets the ball, tries to play a clever ball towards Rafael Leao, which would have split the Slovenia defence, but Slovenia are able to recover, and now they've got bodies forward. Benjamin Sesko to Blacker, even on the left-hand side. He's got Sprora in the middle. He's going to try and meet up with Sprora in the middle, but Pepe is able to defend it. It's going to go out for a corner. So Portugal there, they almost cut the Slovenia defence with Bruno Fernandes towards Rafael Leao, but it was decent defending, a poor pass, and now Slovenia, you noticed there that they just had a lot of space going forward in that attack, and they probably should have done a bit better, but they have won a corner.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're prepared to have a shot from outside the area, but it's what I would say is that when they're coming forward, they're breaking out quickly, and Portugal have to be careful. Don't want to get caught cold.
Yeah, they almost did there. And Benjamin Sesko, he had two speculative opportunities against Denmark in the opening game. One of them hitting the bar, the other one just going a yard wide of the post in that game. 11 goals and 32 appearances for Slovenia. So he is a goal scorer, and now Slovenia are going to try and get the ball in from the far side towards Jaka Bajoli. Gets his head onto it, but not a decent connection. It was a difficult angle and goes out for a Portugal goal kick.
Yeah, so they're getting a bit braver and more adventurous, Slovenia, when they're coming forward now. It'd be interesting to see how this all plays into the second half. Right now, I think they should just focus on getting to half-time at 0-0, and then in the second half, they can sort of reevaluate where they want to go in this game.
Yeah, they noticed there probably with the space that they got in behind with that quick counter-attack that Portugal are perhaps quite vulnerable at the back, and we are now into 30 seconds of 2 minutes of additional time here, 45 minutes on the clock in 40 seconds, and it's still Portugal 0, Slovenia 0, despite Portugal's dominance in this game. As we mentioned, 65% possession now, 3 shots off target, blocked shot. Slovenia just the 1 effort off target and the 1 on target when the effort there from Benjamin Sesko just a couple of minutes ago. Portugal will certainly be the unhappier of the two, particularly Cristiano Ronaldo, who's had a few opportunities in this first half and cuts a frustrated figure up front for the Portuguese, but they have the ball at the moment, Portugal, with Bruno Fernandes. He's fouled there by Karnasic, who is on a yellow card, should be noted, and that could be one that Matej Kek looks at in the second half. Another foul there from Karnasic, who's on a booking.
Yeah, you have to be careful. He is on a booking, and just looking at this, is clutching and grabbing, and he doesn't want to get sent off because the job's difficult enough as it is.
Yeah, and we are almost there then for the first half. We've got about a minute left of play still to go. The ball goes back to Dukusic with Karnasic. Back to Dukusic. Plays the ball up towards Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes is then able to recover. Rafael Leao takes a loose touch, but he's able to get the ball back, and now it's falls to Cristiano Ronaldo, who gets the ball to Rafael Leao on the left-hand side. Ronaldo advancing towards the box. Dukusic there to meet him. Leao, good defending once again from Dukusic, but Leao still with the ball at the moment. Can this tee up to Palhinha? Oh, so close there from Palhinha, and almost at the cusp of half-time. Portugal just an inch wide of the post on the right-hand side.
Well, it might have even clipped the outside of the post as well. It was a wonderful shot. Goalkeeper scrambling, very, very close that time for Portugal.
Yeah, and once again, good play from Rafael Leao on the left-hand side. Dukusic almost recovers, and that will be that for the first half. And well, it's not been a particularly chance-filled or goal-filled first half, but it's been an interesting encounter nonetheless. The Portuguese attack versus a really resolute Slovenia midfield and defence, and hopefully in the second half we'll manage to get a goal. I'll send you back to Russ Vernon for the half-time. And yeah, hopefully it should be a good second half. Half-time at Frankfurt. It's Portugal 0, Slovenia 0.
Yes, thank you very much. And Paul, just before you do go off, can I just get your overall thoughts on that first half of what you've just seen there alongside Jack Heston? What have you made to that first half performance from both sides, and who do you think will be the happier of the two sides at half-time?
Well, I think Portugal dominated possession. They created what chances they could. Slovenia defended very, very well, flooded the midfield, making it very hard for Portugal, forcing them to dump the ball towards the wings on either side. When they did try to get through the middle of the park, they managed to create 1 or 2 opportunities. Obviously, Rafael Leao has been superb for Portugal in the first half, creating opportunities for Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes. But looking at this as well from the other perspective, Slovenia have defended very, very well. Dukusic has been brilliant. He's made some outstanding interceptions, tackles, and headers. Blakovic as well. But in the long and the short of it is, I think Portugal will look at this and they may be starting to become a little bit frustrated. But I think the manager just needs to sit them down and say, look, stay calm. The goals and the chances will come. As for Slovenia, I think they will probably be thinking to themselves, we need to get forward a little bit. We're defending all right, but let's be a little bit more adventurous and see if we can nick a goal.
Thank you very much there, Paul. We're back with Paul and Jack in a few, ready for the start of the second half between Portugal and Slovenia, which is currently standing at Portugal 0, Slovenia 0 at the break with Portugal. 65% possession to Slovenia's 35. 4 attempts to Slovenia's 2, 1 on target each. 3 off target for Portugal, 1 off target for Slovenia. 8 free kicks to Portugal, 6 to Slovenia, 4 corners to 2 in favour of the Portuguese side as well. 3 offsides to 1 in favour of Portugal, which they don't want to have that stat of. 1 goalkeeping save each. 5 fouls to Portugal, 7 fouls to Slovenia. 2 yellow cards for Slovenia, none for Portugal so far. Total number of passes, 295 for Portugal, 149 for Slovenia, with 242 completed passes for Portugal and 97 completed passes for Slovenia. There's been 7 tackles made by Portugal and 9 by Slovenia. 26 attacks from Portugal, 7 attacks for Slovenia. 4 clearances completed by Portugal to 9 completed by Slovenia, should I say, and 2 crosses completed for Portugal, none for Slovenia there. So at half time then is 0-0. In the Copa America, just to run you through some of the scores so far from the last round of fixtures in the Copa America. Just to let you know, he finished Canada 0, Chile 0, Argentina 2, Peru 0. That's in Group A. In Group B, Mexico 0, Ecuador 0, and Jamaica 0, Venezuela 3. So as it stands, so going through in Group A is Argentina and Canada. Chile and Peru going out. Venezuela and Ecuador are going through. Mexico and Jamaica are out. Tonight sees Group C played as Uruguay take on USA and Panama take on Bolivia. With Uruguay, if they win, USA will be knocked out. Panama, if they win and USA don't win, they will go through along with Uruguay. Bolivia could potentially go through depending on whether they need a lot of terms of goal difference and swings needed to happen. And Colombia and Brazil in Group D, they will play tomorrow, and Costa Rica and Paraguay. And as it stands, it's Colombia and Brazil going through so far. We'll have to wait and see who goes through from Group D later on in the competition as it stands right now. In that one, we were treated to the England game yesterday. We'll give you the goals again by by Nicholas Jones and Paul James. I almost said Nicholas James and Paul Jones then. It'll be like, I don't know who those are really. But England progressed through 2-1 winners. You heard the thoughts of Gareth Southgate earlier. You also heard the thoughts of Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, and former England goalkeeper Joe Hart as well. They all spoke to Kelly Summers yesterday after the game as well, up against Slovakia, as the Three Lions rolled on to the next round of the competition and will play Switzerland on Saturday in a 5 p.m. kickoff, which you can hear on the channel with Paul James and hopefully Mike Orman will hopefully join him alongside him on Saturday Eve afternoon, early evening. As it says right now, Nicholas Jones will be doing the Germany game, hopefully joined by Paul James for that one. We'll wait and see for that one with Paul James in the Aussie for the England game. I'm looking forward to that one there. So, we've gone through some of the news. They will give you a quick break here on the channel to keep you up to date with what's happening. We'll give you a quick break from the football scores and tell you there's been some cricket action taking place today. Some of the county championship action going off in the world of cricket today. Let me just as we've been covering all sports here on the country. We're not just focused on one sport, although commentary-wise we have been just doing the football side of things. We will do some athletics later on in next week. Some of the listeners will do some of the crickets as well. So some of the cricket scores to tell you today. Then let's start off in the County Championship Division 1. Surrey close on, this is day 2 of 4. Surrey close on 44 for 3, leading Essex by 126 runs with 7 wickets remaining. They were all out for 262 in the first innings. Surrey, Exeter all out for 180 in their first innings. Somerset to 208 for 6. Worcestershire by 204 runs with 4 wickets remaining. Warwickshire all out for 412. Lancashire 344 for 8 against Notts, who are yet to bat. This is in County Championship Division 1. Hampshire 505 for 8 declared against Kent, who are 206 for 6. They trail by 299 runs with 4 wickets remaining. Durham against Worcestershire. Durham all out for 190 in their first innings. Worcestershire all out for 112 in their first innings. Durham 148 for 9. Durham lead by 226 runs with 1 wicket remaining. In the County Championship Division 2, Leicestershire lead Middlesex by 404 runs with 2 wickets remaining. Middlesex all out for 86. Leicestershire 179 all out. And Leicestershire now are 311 for 8 in their second innings, which they could end up winning that one. Gloucestershire against Glamorgan. Gloucestershire 179 all out. Glamorgan 197 all out. Now Gloucestershire 388 for 3. After 78 overs, they lead by 370 runs with 7 wickets remaining. Northamptonshire are taking on Sussex. Sussex were all out for 143. Northamptonshire were all out for 97. Sussex were all out for 237. Northamptonshire 137 for 4. They require 147 runs to win with 6 wickets remaining there. Day 2 in the County Championship, it's Derbyshire against Yorkshire. Derbyshire all out for 76. Yorkshire currently on 416 for 6. They lead by 340 runs to Yorkshire with 4 wickets remaining. Adam Live on 38. Wharton for Yorkshire, which is James Wharton. He's top scored for Yorkshire so far with 188. With Jonathan Tattersall currently standing at the crease on 93 not out, with Jordan Thompson there at the crease with him on 9 not out as well. This is just day 2 of the County Championship game taking place at Queen's Park in Chesterfield, where Derbyshire won the toss and elected to bat first just yesterday, Sunday, for those who are listening back on the catch-up. And this is Monday's results and roundup of the County Championship games as well, just to give you the latest there, as well as on other sports as well. We can tell you that also in the world of cricket as well today, there has been a test game, which is the day 4 of 4 between India women and South Africa women, and India women have won by 10 wickets. India 603 for 6 declared. South Africa 266 all out and 373 all out. India just required the 37 runs and got it in 90.2 overs. They won by 10 wickets in the cricket there. And Paul, just in case you missed it while you was away, Lancashire currently 344 for 8 on day 2 of 4 in their County Championship match against Notts and Nottinghamshire, that is, and they have currently got at the crease of Lancashire. They've currently got Lyon at the crease, which is Nathan Lyon, who is on 8 not out. Top scorer for Lancashire so far, along with Jennings, who's still there on 183 not out. Keaton Jennings, the captain, still out of the crease on 183. Lancashire are leading that by 344 runs in day 2 of the County Championship Division 1 encounter there between Lancashire and Nottinghamshire there. So there's a bit of cricket news there for you, Paul. And I know you follow Lancashire in the cricket, and I follow Yorkshire as well. We'll be keeping up to date with just going around some of the cricket scores there. I know, Paul, you watched the England game yesterday. Mike gave his loss earlier on, and we've got Paul back with us now. And Paul, what did you make to the England game and the England performance? And also, good goal from Jude Bellingham to get England back on level terms, and good bit play from Ivan Toney, not to just head for goal in that position, but headed back across goal into where Harry Kane was available to head on. What did you make to first of all, the 2 goals that were scored by England, and also the goal scored by Slovenia, Slovakia, should I say? And then what your thoughts on England's performance yesterday after they got through in their game yesterday evening?
Well, it was an outstanding goal by Jude Bellingham. The defending on the England second goal, which left Kane with a free header, was pretty poor. But I felt it was always coming after the last-minute equaliser. I felt that Slovakia would really knock the stuffing out of Slovakia, and it did do. England sat back a little bit after that in the usual way that they do. I think Slovakia's goal, Slovakia's goal came through some pretty poor England defending, let's face it. It gave an opportunity, was there, nobody even close to him, and he just flicks it under Jordan Pickford. So it was pretty poor all round. England's performance as a whole was dreadful. This game should have been no problem for England, really. With all due respect to Slovakia, when you compare the 2 teams and the talent that England has got, playing the way that Gareth Southgate has got these players playing is awful. They were very lucky at the end of the day, and Gareth can well sit there and say, well, I brought on Ivan Toney in the last minute and he wasn't happy with me. Well, of course he wasn't happy with you, Gareth. It's the last minute of the game. It's the last minute of stoppage time. All you're doing is eating up time. And he made it sound like he brought it on as some kind of a masterstroke. It wasn't a masterstroke. It was lucky. The goal itself was a quality goal, of course, don't take that away. But England were very fortunate at the end of the day to get anything from that game.
I do have to agree with you there, and I think me and Mike knew the nail on the head, and so did Joe Hart in his interview that we played on the earlier broadcast in the France game. At the end of the France game, go and listen to what Joe Hart had to say yesterday after the game. But England need to be much, much better for the game against Switzerland. Otherwise, it could be curtains for us or England on Saturday afternoon, in my opinion. But we'll revisit that a little bit later on in the build-up to that game. We'll probably try and do a show in the build-up to that game on Saturday. A pre-match show if we get a chance. But England need to improve for that one. With the players almost ready to get back underway very soon, it's time for me to turn back to your match commentary team. First of all, Paul James. But first of all, Jack Hesson.
Thank you very much, Ross. Seconds away from the second half. Both teams out and ready to go. It'll be Slovenia who will be kicking off this second half, attacking towards the left-hand side. And I'll bring in Paul. What do Portugal have to do now in the second half if they are to break down the Slovenia back line, do you think?
Well, I think they've got to keep doing what they're doing in a lot of areas, especially what they're doing down the wings. They're making it difficult for Slovenia there. But they have to break them down the middle as well in order to create more opportunities for Ronaldo, and also try and get some shots in from the edge of the area, in and around the area. Don't be afraid to shoot from there. I think they also need to remain calm and be patient, because those chances will come.
Yeah, and the ball is off and away. We're into the first 15 seconds of the second half. A long ball up towards Sprower, goes out for a throw-in on the halfway line for Slovenia, and they're going to try and lump the ball up once again towards Sprower. It deflects of Vitinha. The clearance from Pepe nearly falls to Sprower in a favourable position, but Portugal are able to recover, but the loose ball then falls back to Slovenia. And it's Mlaka there trying to get a long ball into Sproa in the middle, but it's a loose one and it falls to Vitinha in the middle of the park, who's struggling to keep possession at the moment, is eventually able to draw a foul. And Slovenia there trying to, it's clear what their game plan is, get the ball up to the two big men, Benjamin Sesko and Sproa, and by and large they are winning those those battles at the back line with Ruben Neves and Pepe, but they're just lacking that second man to get on the end of a loose ball at the moment. Portugal now in possession with Ruben Dias. Dias out to Vitinha in the midfield, just on the halfway line. Tries some interchanging play with Vitinha. Vitinha now looking back the way towards Pepe. And Pepe now looking forward. As Ruben Dias with space on the right-hand side, just at the halfway line to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva with a quick pass towards Cancelo, and that's a good bit of footwork there. Cancelo, can he fashion a chance? He's still taking it on himself, gets the ball across. Drakusic is there, and a loose ball falls to Bernardo Silva, who can't get a good connection on it, tries to curl it into the top right-hand corner, and curls it into the top right-hand corner of the stand there. So close from the Portuguese there. João Cancelo, lovely bit of footwork, gets the ball into the middle. Ronaldo just isn't there, once again cutting a frustrated figure up front, and Drakusic is able to make what is relatively easy clearance, but there has to be a Portugal man in the middle to get on the end of that Cancelo ball, and they'll be disappointed. Slovenia now launching into a counter-attack. Benjamin Sesko on the right-hand side. Sesko tries to get the ball, it loops towards Sproa, and out for a corner to Slovenia. Ruben Dias there, first to get on the end of that before Sproa, and wins Slovenia a corner. But it's going to be taken on the far side. This is Slovenia to take. Their long counter-attack there almost came from what was such a great opportunity there from Portugal with João Cancelo getting right into the middle of the box, getting a beautiful ball across, but Ronaldo just not being there, and now Slovenia going to take it on the far side. That's a lovely fake play there from Slovenia to try and get the ball towards the back post, and there's a connection there, but he can't get enough on it from Jan Mlaka at the back post. I believe it was Timmy Elsnik there. Really clever bit of play. Once again, a bit of a training ground move from Slovenia. That's the second really of the set pieces I've had, and once again it looks like a bit of play to try and catch out the Portuguese. Pepe now on the ball. Pepe to Nuno Mendes with a loose touch, almost picked up there by Slovenia, but they're able to win a throw-in from Stojanovic to Karnashik. Karnashik now to take this throw-in at the halfway line. He's going to try and lump it forward to Benjamin Sesko. Bobs to go short to Stojanovic. Stojanovic now with Karnashik, the ball in the air. Karnashik gets his head onto it and it falls to Sesko, who gets in front of Pepe. Draws a foul. Pepe on the ground at the moment, holding his left leg. And Benjamin Sesko there trying to get Pepe back up to his feet. Taking a look at that again, the ball falls in. Pepe there, safe possession. Sesko gets right in front of it. It doesn't look like he gets much of a connection onto Pepe. Wins the ball fairly cleanly, but the referee did deem that as a free kick. So Portugal are going to have this free kick. Pepe now back up on his feet. As I say, Pepe, 41 years of age at this tournament. Currently still just finished his time at FC Porto. He's on the ball at the moment as Portugal try and keep the ball on their own back line. It's Nuno Mendes now, back to Pepe. Pepe across to Ruben Dias to Bernardo Silva. Silva back to Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias looking for his options. Once again, Slovenia proving resolute and not giving Portugal a lot of options in the midfield or up front. So they're going to just try and keep it on the back line once again with Nuno Mendes out to Rafa Leao, who tries a quick flick, but it falls to a Slovenia man, and Slovenia are now going to hit in the counter. Benjamin Sesko now on the edge of the area, feeds it into Sproa. This is an opportunity for Slovenia. Holds the ball back, Stojanovic into Sesko, gets his head, it's looping towards the goal, but not enough fizz onto it, and the linesman blows for a offside anyway on, I believe that was that pass towards Sproa, the initial pass, which, yep, from Sesko to Sproa, didn't look that offside. It was going to be a tight one certainly, but nothing came of the chance. However, Slovenia, I think, can be happy with how they started the second half.
Oh, they've done very, very well. And you see the ball to the back post. I think it was the initial pass that was offside, and he might have just strayed by about half a yard. But again, it's a good move by Slovenia. They're becoming much more adventurous at the start of the second half.
Yeah, they certainly came out the traps a little bit more, but it was a close opportunity from Portugal, who came the closest so far in the second half. Portugal had the ball in possession. There was a bit of a coming together, it looked like, between Stojanovic and Ronaldo. Ronaldo not happy with Stojanovic getting in his way, but the referee said no foul, so he played on, and Portugal still have the ball at the moment. Ruben Dias looking for the ball into the box. It's a pitiful cross towards Cristiano Ronaldo. Slovenia are able to clear only as far as Vitinha, just inside Portugal's area, or Slovenia's half. Ronaldo tees it up to Nuno Mendes on the left-hand side, who's got Vitinha in support. Vitinha looking for options. He tries to go for the shot. Jakusic was there to get in front of it, and Slovenia able to clear again. And yeah, just looking back at that opportunity just a couple of minutes ago there from Cancelo getting the ball into the box. No Cristiano Ronaldo in the middle, and he seemed frustrated almost with himself that he wasn't there to get on the end of that, with Jakusic able to make the clearance.
Yeah, he's. I think the thing is with Ronaldo is he's just not. It's very difficult to put my finger on it because you're dealing with somebody who is so talented, so great. I almost feel a reluctance to put any criticism on him, but he just doesn't quite. He doesn't quite seem to be linking up well with the rest of the team, does he?
Well, that was an issue that was almost pointed out back at the 2022 World Cup, which ended up with Ronaldo being dropped for the final two games. The 6-1 win over Switzerland, which really almost looked like it was going to start a new age for the Portuguese. Just for that, Vitinha now on the ball. Good play from Serin. Serin to Sprower out now. It's going to launch Slovenia into yet another counter-attack. A ball towards Benjamin Sesko, and Carlos Costa, even Diego Costa, is able to recover. But yeah, as I was mentioning there, he was dropped for the last two games of the World Cup 2022. A 6-1 win against Switzerland, and then of course that unbelievable 1-0 loss to the eventual semi-finalists Morocco. So he was, for a spell under the previous management, out of the team, and under Martinez he's found himself back in to the lead lineup. But as you mentioned, it does perhaps make a difference for them, and he does seem quite disconnected from the rest of the team. However, they're on the attack at the moment with Bernardo Silva to Cancelo now causing problems again, advancing towards the box, and is stopped in his tracks by Balkovic and the referee. Portugal wanted a foul for it, the referee says no, and the ball's cleared towards João Cancelo again. Cancelo, good footwork in the area. Adam Serin tries to clear the ball. The loose ball falls to Bruno Fernandes, and Fernandes is able to recover, and it's going to be, I believe, a free kick once again in a dangerous area for João Cancelo to take. I'm waiting to see what the decision was there. Yes, it is going to be a free kick just on the edge of the area. Adam Serin, he clears the ball away from Cancelo, and looking at that again, it looked initially that he won the ball, but actually, he just takes a swipe at Cancelo's foot there.
Yeah, he connects with a foot first, I think, before he makes connection with the ball. This probably should have been a foul as well by the number 3 there, Balkovic. He runs right into Cancelo. So it's anyway, he's got the free kick from this position, and this is prime Cristiano Ronaldo territory.
Yeah, he's going to have a second bite at the cherry here, Cristiano Ronaldo. This time slightly more towards the right-hand side, but from a very similar position where he almost found the net in the first half. Probably favours perhaps his right foot more towards that top left-hand corner. And Jan Oblak, it's going to take a lot to beat him. However, the two did have comings together at Real Madrid, of course, when he's Real Madrid legend Cristiano Ronaldo, and Jan Oblak, Atletico Madrid number 1. Ronaldo now going to take once again. Ronaldo this time, and it's straight at Jan Oblak. He almost goes for that exact same corner as he did the last time to try and beat Jan Oblak at his near post, but Jan Oblak was not having it. Straight at him in a relatively comfortable save. It was cleared away, however, and Portugal now back on the ball with Pepe just inside Slovenia's half. Tries to switch the ball towards Ruben Dias, and perhaps sums up Portugal's game so far. But yeah, not as good an effort as it was in the first half there from Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, it wasn't. A lot of power behind it. A bit too hot for Oblak to handle, but it was right at him, and in the end, it's a save you would expect him to make.
Yeah, as I mentioned, once again, opting to try and catch out Oblak on his near side. He doesn't want to try and go for the ball over the wall to where there was space on that left hand of the goal. And now a long ball from Slovenia is picked up by Rafael Leao. Leao in the midfield to Bruno Fernandes. Looking for the long ball forward towards Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva able to bring the ball down. He's got Cancelo behind him in support. Cancelo now. Lovely turn there from Cancelo. He's having a good second half so far to beat Benjamin Sesko and keep the play alive for Portugal. Vitinha out to Bernardo Silva. To Cancelo, who's playing it right back, but really playing high up at the moment, and once again causing problems. Cancelo in towards the area, flicks on towards Vitinha. Good defending from Bajol. It falls to Vitinha, and so close once again from Portugal. Just when they think they've got enough space in the box, there's a Slovenia man there to get in front of the shot. This time, Jaka Bajol getting in the way of Vitinha's shot, and once again, Slovenia showing how resolute they've been in defence the entire game so far.
They're doing the basic things right. They're doing the absolute basic things right. They're closing down the shooting lanes. They're marking their men. They're making sure that there's no open spaces. And they're throwing themselves at the ball. And this is really, really good from Slovenia. You know what? There is a lot of the bigger teams, Italy, Holland, England, could all take a lesson from this Slovenian team.
Yeah, and Portugal are going to come again here with Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva to João Cancelo, who's really causing issues for the Slovenian back nine now. Cancelo up against Balkovic, and Balkovic is able to win that, but only to concede a corner for Portugal to take on the near side. Bernardo Silva, left-footed, favours an in-swinger. And yeah, once again, João Cancelo on that right-hand side, causing issues. He is playing right back, but playing really high up the park. And in this second half in particular, Slovenia have struggled to deal with him, but luckily for Slovenia, anything in the middle that Cancelo's trying to get the ball to, they are able to deal with that pretty effectively, including Cristiano Ronaldo. There's a delay in this corner here. I think as the referee wants to try and clear up any tugging in the box. Bernardo Silva over the ball, takes it quickly with Vitinha next to him, shot. Vitinha tries to lay it off just in the edge of the area to Bruno Fernandes, who's trying to direct Vitinha into the area, gets it back to Bernardo Silva. Back to Fernandes, looking to try and get the ball into the box. It's flicked on from Palhinha. He's claiming handball. Vitinha takes a shot. He's claiming handball now. Falls to Ruben Dias. Dias to Leao. Leao tries to get it into the area to Palhinha. And Jan Oblak comfortably makes a save there. But two claims from the Portuguese from shots there of handball.
I think I'd have to see them again. They were that fast.
No, it was a flick on there from onto Sproa's chest. I don't know why exactly they were claiming that. It hit off a hand there. It did hit off of Sproa's chest, and I think the second shot from Vitinha, I don't believe it actually hit anybody at all once again. Just false claims from the Portuguese, perhaps showing a bit of desperation there. Yeah, just seeing that second one. Vitinha hits off of the Slovenian defender instead, but Portugal now trying to get chances on goal, creating chances in this game. Slovenia, however, are the ones with the ball at the moment in the dangerous area to try and throw the ball into the Portugal box. It's flicked back towards Adam Serin, who's seen his name in lights with that shot, but it goes wayward towards the top left hand of the stand at Frankfurt.
Yeah, it was. He probably sees it coming. He's got more time again than he realises that. He could have brought that down. He could have continued the assault, but he struck the shot. At the moment, I don't have a problem with players shooting from in and around the edge of the area because we've not seen enough of it in this tournament so far.
Yeah, we haven't. There's been a lot of, as it's been noted at this tournament, a lot of passing around the area, a lot of trying to probe and break down really resolute teams, as Portugal are finding here against a resolute back line, that it's going to take a moment of magic, or really a moment of madness, for this Slovenian defence to be broken by the Portuguese. They do still have plenty of talent in the locker to be able to do so. They have the ball at the moment on the near side of the halfway line for a throw-in. So they're going to try and go again here. Ruben Dias out to Vitinha, who's came in short for support, to Pepe. Pepe now looking for his options. Goes to Nuno Mendes on his left, as he has done most of the evening. Gets to Rafael Leao. Leao now too far back to cause any problems. Held off by Karnasic, so he's going to get the ball back to Pepe. But now Pepe is going to try and spot the one of Leao, and it's deflected off of Stojanovic, and Portugal are going to now come again. Vitinha now just inside the Slovenian half. Rafael Leao comes in support. Vitinha gets the ball back to Nuno Mendes with a bit of space on the left-hand side. He's going to try and take on Stojanovic and Karnasic. Rafael Leao comes in support. Leao gets the ball back to Vitinha. Back to Rafael Leao. Leao up against Karnasic. Lovely 1-2 between Mendes and Leao. Gets the ball into the box. There's nobody there, but falls to Ronaldo. Miskicks it. Gets it to Bruno Fernandes. Tried to get it to Bernardo Silva, but cleared away well enough by Slovenia. And now Slovenia are going to try and launch into a counter-attack. Now it's going to be Benjamin Sesko up against Pepe. He gets the better of Pepe. Benjamin Sesko now is naming lights. Oh, that's pitiful from that area. Pepe, to be fair, makes it difficult for Benjamin Sesko. But for Benjamin Sesko, still searching for his first goal in this tournament. That was the chance.
That was the best chance of the match. And it's the first time he's really got the better of Pepe in this game. He's away there. But I think, yes, I think it's a blood rush to the head there. Maybe felt that this is it, this is the moment, but he pulls it wide.
And once again, just showing to Portugal that back line is frail. Remember, Pepe, 41 years of age, so he's not winning many foot races anymore at the back. And that was an awkward position for him to be in. Almost got the better of, but to Pepe's credit, he is able to recover, I think, just enough to try and put Sesko off. But Sesko will be ruining that missed chance, and Portugal now trying to search forward. Now they'll definitely want to try and get this game sealed up. João Cancelo in the box once again on the right hand side, tries to get the ball into the area. It deflects out for a throw in on the near side, or does it not? Just about bounced back into play, and Portugal are going to keep the ball and they're going to go back the way towards Ruben Dias. Dias now keeping the ball on the right hand side with Vitinha. Vitinha to Bernardo Silva. Silva looking for his options, goes back to Ruben Dias. Dias to Vitinha. Vitinha to Dias. Back to Vitinha, and now they're going to try and open the space on the left-hand side as the ball's played all the way back to Pepe to get it to Nuno Mendes, where Rafael Leao was also there in support, but he's going to opt to switch it back to Palhinha, who's came in almost in the middle of the two centre-halves between Pepe and Ruben Dias, who feeds the ball to Bernardo Silva, tries a quick interchange with João Cancelo, but Jan Mlaka is there to get the ball out for a throw-in just at the halfway line, and we're going to perhaps see the first change of the game. Not sure who's going to be coming off yet, but it's going to be Diogo Jota of Liverpool to come on for Portugal. Martinez clearly looking to try and make a relatively early change, the first change in the game, and we'll wait to see who he comes on for in just a moment's time. But Rafael Leao is on the ball at the moment, gets a quick play with Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo now to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes looking to shape to get the shot away. Can't see the angle, so opts to go back the way towards Nuno Mendes. The ball on the left-hand side at the moment with Rafael Leao to Nuno Mendes once again. Jakusic there to try and meet him on the defensive challenge, and he's able to recover, and Slovenia are able to try and lump the ball away. Pepe, though, with a fierce header clearance towards the Slovenia box, and the ball lumped once again up towards Andres Sprower. And nearly a moment of madness there from Bruno Fernandes. He tried to almost hit a daisy cutter across the goal, really close to his back line, and it cannons off of Palhinha. That could have been a disastrous one had the deflection fell to a Slovenia man in that kind of situation. But Portugal able to recover the ball with Ruben Dias to Vitinha with a bit of space now in the midfield. Gets the ball to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes now looking for his options and goes back the way towards Pepe. 64 minutes on the clock, still Portugal nil, Slovenia nil. We are awaiting the first substitution of the game, which is going to be Diogo Jota. But Rafael Leao at the moment on the left-hand side, once again causing issues. Karnasic able to get the ball out. Looked initially that it was going to go out for a corner, but the linesman on the far side has deemed that a goal kick.
And Rafael Leao is not happy with that. But again, it's once they get the ball out to him, he's so effective down that left-hand side. It's very difficult to stop. He's just so incredibly quick.
Yeah, he's definitely causing issues on that left side, but to Karnasic's credit as well, he's handled it relatively well. That should have been a corner there, by the way. It did hit off of Karnasic first, so Rafael Leao rightly angry at that. And we have now seen the first substitution of the game. Vitinha is the man who's going to be coming off, and it's Diogo Jota, the man to come on. Typically a sort of super sub for Liverpool, and Roberto Martinez hoping that he can have the kind of same effect for Portugal in this game, because he needs it.
Yeah, I think so. Right now, at the moment, the goal-scoring threat, it just isn't there for Portugal right now. They look good coming forward. The build-up play is really, really good, but they're lacking that goal-scoring right now.
Yeah, just that clinical edge, and as the ball went forward there towards Bernardo Silva, thought he was in on goal, but good defending for Balkovic, and now Slovenia able to recover the ball Once again, it's a long run from Jaka Bayol in no man's land. He tries to get the ball to Benjamin Sesko, but Ruben Dias is there to pick up the loose pass. And Nuno Mendes now just at the halfway line in the middle of the area, gets the ball to Ronaldo, who's now came in and cut deep to try and go for a mazy run towards the box. But Stojanovic, a combination of Stojanovic and Karnasic there, easily deals with Cristiano Ronaldo's dribbling there as the ball goes towards the Adam Serin. Palinha there able to recover. And really the first time we've seen Ronaldo try and drop deep and try and dribble in this game, and, well, easily dealt with by Slovenia.
Yeah, it's good. It's again, it's really smart defending. It's just these little things that they've done right all the way throughout the game. And this is what's made it difficult for Portugal throughout this game, to be honest, in terms of breaking them down.
And of course, if it needs reminding, this is the last 16. We're on 66 minutes. If this does end stalemate, it goes to extra time. And then if we don't have anyone win or by extra time, we are going to go to the dreaded penalty shootout. But Portugal will hope that it doesn't go that far. And Slovenia, given some of the space that they're getting in the back line, at this moment, will just think, keep holding on right now, keep making it awkward for Portugal, keep putting them under pressure, and we might just nick the goal here.
It's definitely a possibility. They've caught Portugal out more than once. Their finishing has not been the best, but all it takes is one really, really good chance.
And they lump the ball forward towards Andrew Sprower, but Pepe once again able to recover that as the ball was in the air. Rafael Leao and Karnasic going to battle for it, and Karnasic is the man who wins it this time. He tries to play an advanced pass towards Andrew Sprower, but Diogo Costa is there very quickly. He had to be, because if he hadn't have came out his goal quick enough there, then I think that was a one-on-one opportunity for Andrew Sprower. But yeah, the Portuguese back line really easily beaten by a pass there. It was actually given as an offside by the linesman. We've not seen a replay to see if it was actually offside, but the play is going to continue on here. Nuno Mendes on the left-hand side. Mendes now back into Pepe. Pepe gets it to Palinha, who has stayed dropped in between that two central half pairing of Ruben Dias and Pepe, which has kind of allowed Ruben Dias even to advance forward a bit more, along with Cancelo, who definitely is not playing right back at the moment. He's almost the furthest man forward bar Cristiano Ronaldo. Pepe now on the ball with Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias to Bernardo Silva. Silva back to Ruben Dias. Safe in possession in his own half. Back to Pepe. Pepe now gets the ball to Jota, who has dropped in deep in support for Nuno Mendes. Mendes now to Rafael Leao in the middle. He gets the ball back to Palinha. Palinha now to Ruben Dias. And Ruben Dias looking for his forward options. He's going to go on a bit of a run. Benjamin Sesko nicks the ball off him really well then. It's going to launch Slovenia into yet another counter-attack. Sprower takes the ball, feeds it off to Stojanovic. Stojanovic in towards Sesko, but Pepe is able to block out the cross across the face of goal towards Benjamin Sesko. Jota picks up the ball, lumps it towards Cristiano Ronaldo at the back. Jaka Bayol is able to recover it well, and Drakusic picks up on the loose ball towards Adam Serin. Serin now, lovely 1-2 with Karnasic, and good link-up play with Sprower, who's dropped in deep in support. Gets the ball to Blakovic. A lot more purpose in Slovenia's attacks now. He tries a really forward pass in towards Benjamin Sesko in the box, but it's easily cut out by Cancelo. And Cancelo now gets the ball to Diogo Jota, who's loose on the touch. Is able to recover. The ball now falls towards Cancelo, but Jaka Bayol is able to clear the ball out for a throw-in in a relatively dangerous position here for the Portuguese. They're going to take it quickly with Bernardo Silva and Cancelo. Gets the ball to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes now looking for his options. Gets the ball to Cancelo. Cancelo advancing towards the box, once again causing problems for Elsnik on the right-hand side. Gets the ball in towards Bernardo Silva, who was almost first to it, but Jaka Bayol once again good defending. The clearance falls to Mendes just outside the area, and he is fouled just outside the area. And once again, it's going to be a free kick. This time, it's Peter Stojanovic with the foul on Nuno Mendes.
Just catches him there, doesn't he? Again, great defending prior to that, though, in the area there by the number 3 Balkovic. It's been, again, really sharp play by the defence for Slovenia. They've been on top of their game all the way through, and they're making it very difficult. And it's starting to look like something like this is going to be Portugal's best chance of scoring at this rate.
Yeah, and it's going to be another free kick. This one a bit further out. What would you say, 27, 28 yards from goal towards the left-hand side. It's going to be Ronaldo to take again, just towards the left-hand side. It is still quite central for Cristiano Ronaldo, who once again is looking like he's going to shape up for a shot here. And it's a bit further out. Yeah, bit further out, but he's going to go for it once again. And oh, that's again another pitiful effort from Cristiano Ronaldo on the free kick. Perhaps just a bit too far out for him. It was a bit further out than his previous two efforts. And yeah, this one over the bar.
Yeah, he tried to get it up and down again, and he's just not able to connect. And it's not the best effort for a man of his abilities. You kind of generally expect better from someone like him, but, you know, we're all human.
Yes, and Slovenia, they're almost picking up on the loose ball with Benjamin Sesko, but Portugal able to recover once again. And as you mentioned, what's notable with the defence, or certainly the Slovenian defence, is just even when they are sort of undone on that left and right hand side with some really talented players in the Portuguese line, as soon as the ball goes into the box, the centre half's there to recover. And now Rafael Leao causing problems for Karnasic again as he gets the ball into the middle when Jan Oblak is there. It was going towards Ronaldo, but really close to Jan Oblak, and a comfortable save for the Atletico Madrid man.
Yeah, goalkeeper of his quality, that's meat and drink.
It is, and once again Cristiano Ronaldo denied. He looks quite frustrated even more, and you think as the minutes tick on here, still waiting for his first goal at Euro 2024, and the minutes are ticking for him. And if Slovenia are able to try and snatch this possession stats have just came up here. It has been all Portugal, but Slovenia, when they've went forward, have really shown the Portuguese defensive frailties. And Portugal now on the ball. I believe there's going to be another substitute, or there is going to be the first substitution of the game for Slovenia. It looks like it was John Stankovic who's going to be warming up on the near side. We'll wait to see who he comes on for. And João Cancelo now with the ball on the right-hand side, again looking to cause problems. Lumps a lovely ball into the box, and once again it goes. It's a good, beautiful delivery into the middle, but it can't reach a Portuguese man's head. And this time it was Bernardo Silva, just about an inch wide of his head. But it's ambitious to try and get the ball to a man of Bernardo Silva's height in the middle of the box.
Yeah, it is, but I mean, it's a final ball for Portugal, isn't it? That's what's lacking right now, and Ronaldo is getting frustrated, but you know, it's just not happening for Portugal at the moment.
It's not, and there's going to be substitutions now. Sprova, the striker, is going to come off along with Jan Mlaka, and Sela and Stankovic are going to become on, which suggests perhaps a change in shape. Stankovic a bit more of a robust midfielder, as opposed to Mlaka, who's sort of drifted out on the left-hand side much more. But Sprova of Panathinaikos, this could be his tournament over should Slovenia be knocked out. He didn't manage to notch a goal in this tournament, should that be the case, but he'll be hoping that his side have at least one more game in them, and really they're only one goal away from making that a reality. Keep in mind, this is Slovenia's first ever time at a major tournament knockout stage since 1992, when the national team was established, and they have really proven themselves worthy of being at this tournament and being at this stage of the tournament as well. As they're on the ball at the moment, it falls back to Karnasic now looking for his options, goes back the way to Dukrusic now a long ball towards Benjamin Sesko, picked up nearly by Adam Serin, and Sela is going to try and cause problems as well. But Portugal are able to clear the ball away towards Cristiano Ronaldo, who tees that up very nicely there towards Diogo Jota. Can he get a run on? But no, you're not beating Jakub Bijol in that one-on-one situation. The Slovenian defender, manages to take the ball down very comfortably, and Diogo Jota there thinking like he had the better of him, but yet not for the good defensive efforts of Jakub Bijol. However, it was, I believe, pulled back for a offside on the initial ball to Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, he possibly wouldn't have known that though, but this is a really smart piece of defending. He just waits. He actually, what's good about this is he just waits there for Jota to make the first move and then delivers the challenge. It's a really good challenge, and this is a substitution that is surprising.
That is a surprising substitution. I'm quite flabbergasted by that, if I'm honest. Rafael Leao, who has perhaps been one of the most dangerous threats in this game, Portugal, he's really kind of made it happen for them on the left-hand side, the AC Milan man, despite coming up against a really good performance from Karnasic. He's now been taken off, and it's Conchiao who is now going to be on in his stead. So, yeah, a really surprising move from Roberto Martinez, and he'll be hoping that this pays off now. Portugal on the ball in the middle of the park at the moment with Bruno Fernandes. Out to Cancelo to Bruno Fernandes, who's dispossessed there by a Slovenian man and almost out for a corner, but I believe Ruben Dias is going to be able to comfortably get that and clear it all the way towards Stanko or Yacabayol. Yacabayol looking for a pass forward, can't find it, and Portugal able to get the ball back. Nuno Mendes now on the left hand side with Conchiao in support, but he's going to opt to try and go for it himself. Conchiao making a run towards the box, gets the ball towards the back post. Yacabayol there once again. Ronaldo picks up on the loose ball just in the edge of the area. He's going to try and bit of footwork, get the ball, floats it towards Conchiao, who's claiming for a penalty in the box. I don't think he's going to get it there. He's saying that he was grabbed by the Slovenian defender. And Ronaldo there.
Looks like, yeah, Sao goes down a little easy there.
Yeah, there's not much in that at all. He's saying that it's like he's got a hold of him, grabbed him, but there wasn't much in that. And it's the referee has signalled a goal kick, which Jan Oblak is going to take. So Slovenia now 13 minutes away from extra time in this game, 77 minutes on the clock. Still Portugal 0, Slovenia 0. And it's going to be a long ball up to Benjamin Sesko, to Adam Sherin. Cleared away for a throw-in in a dangerous area, which Adam Sherin is going to take on the far side, but he's up to just to get it a short pass on to Karnasic, who tries to get the ball towards Benjamin Sesko up against Pepe. And Pepe now on the ground. It's difficult to see there what happened. I think Benjamin Sesko might have just caught the 41-year-old centre half. And we'll take a look at exactly what's happened there again. Yeah, just catches him in the face. I don't think there's any malice in it. And I believe that's going to be a free kick to Portugal. And what was a dangerous area for Slovenia, but it's now Portugal that's going to have the ball back. Cancelo back to Ruben Dias. Dias out to Palinha in the middle between Pepe and Ruben Dias. And Pepe is going to take the ball now. Pepe now looking for his options. Goes to Nuno Mendes on the left-hand side. Mendes to Conchiao. Back to Mendes. Back to Pepe. Pepe looking for the long ball forward, but can't see any options, so he's going to try and opt to perhaps go for it short, and instead goes all the way back to Diego Costa and goals. And Costa now looking for his options, goes to Ruben Dias on the right hand side, plays it to Palinha, who's on his left, gets it to Pepe. Pepe now. He's got options in the middle with Bruno Fernandes, but goes to Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes now with a driving run towards the midfield to then switch the play to Bernardo Silva, who's got a lot of space on that right hand side, and this could come up trumps for Portugal here. Bernardo Silva, he's got Cancelo on the overlap. Cancelo takes a lovely touch inside, and Yacabayol is able to clear the ball away, and the clearance smacks off of Bernardo Silva, and almost an opportunity there for the Portuguese, but once again good defending. This time that was Timi Elsnik who came all the way back to recover that, and it's going to be a throw in to Slovenia just inside their own half. And the Slovenians will be certainly dreaming now that this could be on with just 10 minutes left of the game, and really as we get into extra time and certainly penalties, it then really does become anybody's game. Long ball there from Yacabayol all the way back to Pepe at the opposite side. Pepe now. And
I mean, they're doing very well, aren't they? They're holding that. They're just not. Portugal, I think, are running out of ideas here on breaking them down, to be honest.
Yeah, they just cannot find a breakthrough, but as well, you know, they haven't really tried a lot of opportunities from in and around the goal. They're still trying to look to get the ball to the byline, to cut in, to see if there's any space for an open square or an open man in the box, but it's just not been happening for them in this game, and when it has, it's just been inches wide for them as well. But they've got the ball at the moment. Nuno Mendes trying to whip the ball towards the back post to Bernardo Silva. Balkovic is there, he's able to recover, and it means that Slovenia can now run on a counter-attack. Timmy Elsnik looking for his options, he's showing his hands to say, where is my options? And there was nothing there from them between Stankovic, who was in the midfield, and Adam Sierin as well, and he was frustrated by that there, Timmy Elsnik. Roberto, and speaking of frustrated, Roberto Martinez certainly doesn't look too happy either, and it looked like that as Timmy Elsnik tried to clear the ball up the park, he may have caught the Portuguese counterpart there. It was a sore one on his right ankle, and the more that they're showing that, especially on the replay, the worse that looks for Bruno Fernandes, the Man United man. He's down on the ground at the moment getting some magic spray.
I think it was an accident. I don't think there's any malice there, but yeah, that would have been painful. I don't feel sorry for Bruno Fernandes very often, but I feel sorry for him in this one. That's harsh.
Yeah, he's hit a sore one there, and it just perhaps allows some time for some breathing space for the Slovenians, who have really been had their work cut out in this game, but they've defended resolutely. They're just showing there the opportunity there from Benjamin Sesko in on goal. And again, Pepe, to his credit, does really well to try and keep up the pace with Benjamin Sesko. And I think that's really how Benjamin Sesko isn't able to get a clear opportunity on target from that chance about 10 minutes ago.
Well, Pepe, at his age and still being able to play again at the highest level, he's a fine defender, and I think sometimes you've just got to take your hat off to someone like that and how he plays his game. And he's a very physical defender as well, which makes him sometimes difficult to beat.
Indeed, and Portugal now on the ball at the moment with Cancelo to Bernardo Silva. Back to Cancelo, spots the run of Bruno Fernandes, who's now back up on his feet, now looking okay, but didn't look to try and get the pass to him, much to the frustration of Bruno Fernandes. And the ball recycled back the way with Nuno Mendes now on the ball to Palhinha, to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes now switching the play to where Bernardo Silva has space on the right hand side. He's going to come up against Balkovic. Balkovic now to Bruno Fernandes, who tries to whip the ball into the area. Once again, well cleared by Slovenia, Jakabijol. And now Selar is able to try and tee that off to Stojanovic, who tries the long ball towards Benjamin Sesko, but the touch is just too heavy on it, and it falls all the way back to Pepe, who now takes the ball, and Portugal are going to try and advance again. Canciao on the left-hand side gets Nuno Mendes, met by a Slovenian man in front of him, and the ball goes all the way back once again. Palhinha now looking for his options, goes to Pepe. Pepe to Nuno Mendes. Mendes back to Pepe. And Pepe looking once again for options, so he's going to try and switch the play where there's space on the right-hand side with Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias had space to go for a run, but opts to go in the middle with Bruno Fernandes. And Fernandes now almost the furthest man back. Doesn't have a lot of options in front of him, so gets the ball to Pepe, and it's really been the story of the second half of most of the game so far. Portugal just not having a lot of options in front of them. Once again, Bruno Fernandes trying to make something happen with a long ball towards Cancelo, but quick to react there from Jan Oblak. And yeah, as I mentioned, a story of the game so far. Just nothing really clear-cut going forward for Portugal, and that's credit to a really resolute and really organised Slovenian backline.
Yeah, they've done very, very well. All throughout from minute one, basically, they've been on top of Portugal. They haven't created much chances of their own, and I think the longer the game goes on, the danger is that they may concede. But so far, it's not looking like it.
Yeah, and of course, they've kept that entire back line intact at the moment. Balkovic, Bijol, Drkusic and Karnasic. Balkovic done a good job as well. He was replacing Eric Janza, who was suspended after too many yellow cards in the group stage. Of course, Janza scored the opening goal for Slovenia in this tournament in that one-each draw against Denmark. The only other goal came from the opposite number at right back, Karnasic. So they've only scored 2 goals at this tournament. Both of them have been from defence, and really both of their most of their plays came through the defence. So it's been the defence that's been the crucial key for Slovenia in this tournament so far, and keeping them in it, and it's certainly kept them in this game. Pepe on the ball just now, switches the play towards Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias now with space on the right hand side, plays the ball into the middle with Bruno Fernandes, who switches the ball to Canciao. Conciel now with a bit of space, but Karnasic is going to come up to meet him, and it's a loose touch there as Conciel tries to get the ball past Karnasic. Karnasic making it difficult for him, forcing Conciel into a loose touch and out for a goal kick.
Well, it's incredible. If, and I say a big if this game goes to penalties, they'll have, and Slovenia win, let's say, this will be the first time I think a team has got this far in a tournament without actually winning a game in open play.
I can actually, sorry to correct you on this one, Paul James, but it was Portugal back in 2016 who got all the way to the semi-finals without winning a game in 90 minutes, if you remember back then. And
no, I think you're right. Yeah, I stand to be corrected. I admit when I'm wrong.
And of course, it was the only win in the tournament in that semi-finals, a 2-0 win against Wales and Leon. I was actually at the game myself. Really a good game of football. Portugal were the only game they won in 90 minutes because, of course, they went on in the final in 2016 in France to beat France in extra time. That goal, of course, from Eder in the late stages of that game to give Portugal a win after just one win in 90 minutes in that entire tournament. But it is, of course, possible given the fact that 3 points, you're able to get through on 3 points in the European Championship. So, I mean, they could have quite possibly went the entire tournament without winning in 90 minutes, which is just incredible to think about. Slovenia have a free kick at the moment. Adam Serin, it's going to be in a dangerous position for him to try and whip the ball into the box here, and it could present what would be a rare opportunity for Slovenia on goal, certainly in this game. Adam Serin on the far side to try and whip that ball into the box. All the big men are up for Slovenia. It's cleared away, and it's going to be almost picked up by Balkovic. Balkovic gets the ball into the box, and it's going to be picked up by Conciel, who's going to try and launch Portugal into a counter-attack. Bruno Fernandes there, loose on possession, but is able to recover with Conciel. Conciel now looking for his options inside. And it's going to go to Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias now to Cancelo, to Pepe. Pepe out to the left-hand side. Tries to lump the ball forward, but Slovenia there once again able to recover, and the loose ball falls to Slovenia with Stankovic. Stankovic there trying to advance forward, and it's going to be a free kick there conceded by Bruno Fernandes on the Slovenian man Timmy Elsnik, and a cynical foul there for Bruno Fernandes, which once again is going to give Slovenia another opportunity. We are 88 minutes on the clock now, still Portugal nil, Slovenia nil. I can't imagine a lot of added time in this game. They have been added time a little bit differently than what we've perhaps seen in the Premier League, or certainly the last World Cup. It's been a lot less, especially if there hasn't been a lot of stoppages, which there certainly hasn't in this game. Portugal now on the ball. Cancelo out to Palhinha to Bruno Fernandes, out to Cancelo trying to get the ball forward long to Diogo Jota. Jota almost gets a pass on towards Cristiano Ronaldo, but once again that's Slovenia backline proving resolute. They're able to recover the ball back. Djukusic to Oblak now to Karnasic. They're going to try and play the ball quickly here. Karnasic easily dispossessed there by Diogo Jota, and they're going to advance forward now. Jota into Cristiano Ronaldo. Could this be the moment for Ronaldo? Straight at Jan Oblak, makes a save, and well, looked like a good opportunity for Ronaldo in on goal from a slightly tight angle, but easy pickings for Jan Oblak.
And you can't believe it either, but again, it's an opportunity for Cristiano Ronaldo, but this is really good goalkeeping from Oblak. He narrows the angle well, makes it difficult for Cristiano Ronaldo to get the shot away there. Good save with his legs.
Yeah, he makes that difficult there from Ronaldo. Widens or tightens the angle even for him to try and shoot, and doesn't give him a lot of options. Also, just to confirm a substitution, Peter Stojanovic is off for Benjamin Verbeek. That happened just a couple of minutes ago. Verbeek, who came on against Denmark in that 1-1 draw, looked quite promising in that game, so perhaps could cause some problems for the Portuguese in this game as it continues on. Another Panathinaikos man, one of about 3 in this Slovenian team. And now Portugal are going to try and advance forward. Nuno Mendes tight in the box, tries to get across, but once again, the Slovenian man there to clear. The clearance goes all the way to the back line towards Pepe, but Pepe's header is loose and is picked up well by Timmy Elsnik, who's up against Bruno Fernandes. We are now coming into added time now, which is going to be 4 minutes. And Stankovic gets the ball on the right-hand side. Benjamin Sesko, and in the middle, he tries to go for the shot himself. Seller and I believe that may have taken a deflection and gone out for a corner, but the referee, or the linesman even, had already flagged for offside.
Oh, Sesko was waiting completely unmarked there. But I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if it's offside, but it was waiting just right. They both of them looked like they might have been in an offside position on this replay.
Yeah, and well, Sela, they're certainly offside. I know they've got to kind of wait for play to drop, but I feel like when it's that obvious, you should just give that as a offside straight away. The ball went all the way long towards Cancelo, and Dukusic gets that out for a corner. So this is going to be an opportunity now for the Portuguese from another set play on the far side. And you can tell Ronaldo is going to be in the middle of that. Pepe now coming up for it as well. In 91 minutes, 4 minutes of additional time has been added on in Frankfurt. And if there is no goal here in the next 3 minutes, then we are going to go to another half an hour of extra time of what has been an intriguing game of football. As far as 0-0 goes, really interesting to watch Portugal try and break down this Slovenian backline. And if you're a fan of the defensive side of football, then you'll absolutely have loved watching Slovenia this evening. And it's going to be a corner now. Bruno Fernandes, I believe, is going to be the man to try and whip it into the box, but the referee just pausing things at the moment. There's once again some pushing and shoving in the box, and it's going to be now delivered in on the far side, right-footed delivery from, I believe that's Bruno Fernandes, and Fernandes now going to get that into the area. Jan Oblak punches it away, Ronaldo up to meet him, and the referee has deemed that Ronaldo's physical play up against the Atletico Madrid man Jan Oblak was a foul, and Slovenia can breathe again.
Yeah, again, Cristiano Ronaldo is frustrated at this point. I just wonder whether, and I hate to say this, perhaps I'm going to get lambasted for saying this, but perhaps maybe at this point, is he doing more harm than good to Portugal's cause?
I certainly felt that way. They feel like they have just been missing something up front, and they have got Goncalo Ramos on the bench, who perhaps is a fresher pair of legs at this stage in the game as well, but it would be a massively bold decision, I think, for Roberto Martinez to take Ronaldo off at this stage. And I think that's just because of Ronaldo's attitude towards the game and the reaction. A long ball up towards Slovenia. This could be the opportunity now for Slovenia to try and nick the game, and it's out. And once again, it's going to be an offside and Sela once again. But Portugal are going to try and take that free kick quickly, which they do, to try and get the ball again. Time is ticking for them. We're into the last minute of additional time here of 94 minutes. The seconds are ticking for the Portuguese to get this done in 90 minutes. Bruno Fernandes on the ball. Gets it to Ronaldo, who's drifted out to the left-hand side. Ronaldo plays with Diego Jota. Jota takes a loose touch, and once again Slovenia able to recover. The long ball up towards Sela. Sela out to Stankovic. Stankovic now tries to lump that towards Benjamin Sesko. He gets to the ball first. Pepe is there quite quickly to meet that, and the ball falls to Diego Carlos. And with about 25 seconds left of the additional 4 minutes that are added on, this could be that here. But Portugal still playing at the moment. Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes with a long ball towards Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo up himself. Drakusic there to try and deal with it, and he does, of course, deal with it once again, but he can only concede for a corner. And we are now well into the added time, 94 minutes on the clock. So I would assume that after this corner, that will be that, should there not be a goal. And it's going to be Portugal to take on the far side once again. Bruno Fernandes.
Looks like there's some drinks being thrown on there as well.
Yeah, I could see that. And yeah, there was, but the ball's whipped in anyway. And I believe that came from the Slovenian fans in the corner there towards Bruno Fernandes. You don't want to see that, but the corner was to no avail, and we are now full time in Frankfurt. It's Portugal 0, Slovenia 0. Extra time to come. Can Slovenia's back line, with how well they've done, hold on into the second half? I'll pass you back then to Russ Vernon.
Thank you very much there, Jack, Essen and Paul James. And I must say, despite the scoreline being 0-0 in this game, to make it sound as exciting as it is a credit to how well we both do and how well we both work together and how well we've both been working here. And I must say, this commentary today has been absolutely brilliant. in this game. Paul, just while we've got you here, just for a moment while we wait for extra time to get underway shortly, just give us your overall thoughts on the game. And you would have to say Slovenia probably would be the happier of the two sides.
Yeah, Portugal are having really difficult time in breaking Slovenia down. And Slovenia have, for the large part, done the basic things right. They've closed down the passing lanes, they've closed down the shooting lanes, they've made sure that they've tracked their markers and that nobody has been left with too much space. It's been very, very tough for Portugal. They've created one or two chances for themselves as well as Slovenia, but I think the difficulty for them has been breaking forward with how quick the Portuguese players are in coming back the other way. There's a risk of them being caught out. Should be interesting to see how extra time plays.
Yes, indeed it should, Paul. Indeed it should. And Paul, I'm sorry to say, no, Nicholas scored one as well. And I think, like I just said, I think I cursed you and Jack with a 0-0 scoreline rather than cursing Mike earlier on. And I think I did, Mike, and we get ready to go underway against Shortland. Mike, I think I did, mate, because this game has been good, not being the best. I know earlier on as well, it wasn't the best of games earlier either. These two games today have not been the best, and I think you did well on your commentary earlier. These two have done well today, considering this has been 0-0. And this is, for me, this has been. I know we say England games have been bad, but at least England performances have been good. But at least there were some chances created from England. In England, look like scoring. These two today, I know Portugal had the chances, Slovenia had theirs, but chances when they've gone forward, look like scoring. England Porsche yesterday, look like they could have got goals if we come on target. We're getting into good positions. I don't think neither of these sides have got into good positions to potentially get a goal in this game. We're getting ready for the start of extra time at very, very shortly then. And I'm sorry, Jack, Mike has mentioned it to me. He says, I've cursed you and Paul for having a 0-0 game. I was hoping to curse Mike earlier, not you two guys. I was hoping you'd have the late goal and Mike have a 0-0 after work late, after he cursed me the other week as well in the Netherlands-France game. But I think we'll be getting ready to get back underway very, very shortly. We'll running back across to Paul, James and Jack and Charlotte. But I do want to apologise to you both, Paul and Jack, for cursing you for it to be 0-0. And I must say as well, Jack, I don't know if you heard me when I said it earlier on as well, but you and Paul have made this game sound exciting. I don't know how you've done it because it's not been the most exciting of matches. We have made it very, very exciting as we almost ready to get back underway then in the start of the first period of extra time. 15 minutes each way. If there's still no goals inside the next 30 minutes, half an hour, whatever you want to call it, we will go to penalty kicks. Will we see a winner in extra time, or will we not get the winner in extra time? We could have penalties on the way for you in the next 30 minutes, but to see if we can get a winner in extra time, let me hand you back over to your match commentary team. Is Paul James, but first, Jack Essen.
Well, thank you very much for those kind words to both of us, Russ. Well, no apology needed either. As a 0-0, as far as 0-0s goes, it has been an interesting encounter watching Slovenia being such a resolute defensively. As we kick off here, Cristiano Ronaldo to kick off the second, or the first half even, of 50 minutes of extra time. As you said, if we'll get half an hour more of football, and if we still are at a stalemate, we will go to a penalty shootout, and Portugal now comfortably in possession. Really, it's for Portugal in this going into extra time now. The definition of insanity is trying the same thing again and again and expecting the same results, and it's starting to feel like that is becoming the case for the Portuguese.
Yeah, absolutely. But they're running out of ideas. I think, Jack. This is the issue. They're running out of ideas, and they're coming up short every time against a very resolute defence. I think maybe some additional substitutions you'll see in extra time. I'd like to see João Felix come on, as he adds a little bit of creativity and goal scoring threat.
Yeah, and I think that's what they need at the moment is a bit of creativity, because I think the only thing breaking down the Slovenia back line now is either a bit of magic or a moment of madness as Portugal go on the ball at the moment with Bruno Fernandes to Nuno Mendes on the left-hand side, who's going to cut inside, looking for his options, but he's got none, so goes to Bernardo Silva, who's there on the left. Bernardo Silva to Mendes to Pepe back to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva back to Mendes, who stayed central just on the edge of the area. But once again, good defending from the Slovenians to force that out for a throw in. Bruno Fernandes gets the ball quickly from Bernardo Silva. Fernandes looking for space outside the area to go for a shot, but it cannons off of Stankovic and goes back to Fernandes and gets the ball to Mendes on the left-hand side. Mendes now looking for a looping ball towards the back post. And it looks like it had the beating of Yaka Bayol, but Cristiano Ronaldo couldn't find himself at the back post once again for that opportunity.
Yeah, he's just been a step or two behind as Cristiano Ronaldo for much of this second half and leading up now to the first period of extra time. It's just not been there. It's just not worked out for him tonight, has it, so far?
No, exactly as you said there, so many opportunities where he's just been an inch away from it, or there's been a really nice delivery into the middle of the area, and the man you expect to be there, the central striker, which Ronaldo is in this lineup, he's not been there on so many occasions for them, and that's really been the case for them the entire tournament, yet to score. And Pepe, they almost picked up on a loose ball from Sela as the ball went long, but Pepe then able to recover. Slovenia still have the ball with Sela, Elsnik with space on the right. He's been closed down quickly by Mendes, but he gets the better of Mendes to get the ball into the middle where there was a Slovenian man there, but he can't get the ball in, and Portugal are able to clear it away. Slovenia still on the ball at the moment with Balkovic, who tries to get the ball. I think that was up towards Sela, but it went all the way towards Diego Costa. But yeah, some almost close there from Timmy Elsnik to get the ball into the middle. There was space, Slovenian men in the middle to get the ball to, and it was just a slack pass in towards I believe that was Benjamin Sesko in the middle of the box. You couldn't get the ball to, but Portugal are not going to mess about here. They're going to try and come again. Cancelo on the middle of the park gets the ball to Conceição, who's now switched to the right-hand side. Conceição, really poor effort with his left foot in towards the box where Jota and Ronaldo were there, and it was easy for Slovenia to clear it away. And the ball falls loose. Portugal are able to pick it up again. Palhinha now to Conceição on the right-hand side. Gets the ball to Cancelo. That's a looped ball towards the back post where Nuno Mendes was there. And Karnasic is also there to meet. And I believe that has gone out for a goal kick.
Again, this time the number 2 for Slovenia there, Karthinic, just getting in the way again and just tracking his man as he goes. And again, it's just impossible to create any space in that penalty area right now for the Portuguese at all.
Yeah, and Zan Karnasic on that right-hand side, he's been steadfast there. They've really tried, it's noticeable, Portugal, to look for options to try and break him down. They took off Leao. That's a loose ball there from Slovenia, and they're able to try and pick up the ball. It's a deflected effort, and all that needed was for the deflection to go goalwards for Slovenia, but it just goes about a yard or two wide of the left-hand post.
Oh, fine margins. The shot was struck there, took the deflection, and the goalkeeper wasn't getting there. That's the thing. If it was on target, it was in.
That's all it required there was for Verbic to allow that deflection to just go a bit more goalwards, and then you're talking about 1-0 Slovenia. But they do have a corner at the moment from that deflected effort. It's going to be Adam Sherin on the near side who's going to take it, outswinger with a right foot in towards the area. First man there is a Portuguese man who clears it away. I believe that was Nuno Mendes. And the ball almost falls to Verbic on the rebound. In the air at the moment, it's anyone. Stankovic goes for the effort with his left foot, and it's a pitiful effort that goes out comfortably for a goal kick.
Just pulled wide that time. And it was a nice try, but Stankovic's effort was just pulled wide there.
Yeah, and Portugal are going to take the ball from the goal kick quickly to Bruno Fernandes, out to Palinha. Palinha now to the right-hand side with Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias to Conciao. Back to Ruben Dias, who's going to go for a bit of a run in towards the area, but let's go back to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes now with a quick pass towards Nuno Mendes. It's heavy. Nuno Mendes just about able to recover and tee the ball up to Diego Jota, who goes back the way towards Pepe, to Palinha, to Ruben Dias. Dias out to Conciao, as I mentioned, who's playing on the right-hand side now, with Bernardo Silva now playing on the left, perhaps, as I mentioned, because Karnasic has just been playing that well for Slovenia at right side, that they're just struggling for options to try and counteract him. And Pepe now on the ball with Ruben Dias, back to Pepe. Pepe looking for the crossfield ball, but Bruno Fernandes came back level with him in the defensive line to get support. He's going to feed the ball out to Ruben Dias, who's going to go for a jog forward. Gets it to Palinha. Palinha to Bernardo Silva, who's came in central. Back to Bruno Fernandes, who's playing quite a deep role at the moment in this Portuguese midfield. Gets the ball to Pepe. Pepe tries a ball. Looked like it was going to Ruben Dias. Almost went to Conciao and out for a throw-in to Slovenia. So a slack pass there gives Slovenia easy possession back in their own half.
Yeah, I'm just looking again at Verbic's effort there that just came off the number 4 for Portugal, Ruben Dias, and just the wrong side of the post as far as Slovenia are concerned. It wasn't a bad effort.
Yeah, it could have easily have deflected in towards the goal if it had went towards that left-hand side. As you mentioned, Diogo Carlos on the right-hand side had absolutely no chance of getting there. Portugal on the ball now. Nuno Mendes feeds the ball to Diego Jota on the left-hand side. Jota squaring up to Adam Sierin. Sierin able to recover the ball back. This is a nice bit of quick play here from Slovenia, almost towards Sela, and just a slack pass there from Adam Sierin ruins what would have been a relatively good move, and Portugal are going to take the ball back at the throw-in on the near side, just at the halfway line. Portugal are playing a high line at the moment, but Bruno Fernandes now playing particularly deep in support as he looks to try and advance forward. He's going to go on a bit of a run. Karnasic there able to easily deal with that, and it goes out for a Portuguese throw-in on the near side. A bit closer towards the Slovenia goal now. Nuno Mendes to take. Mendes all the way back towards Pepe. Pepe looked for Ruben Dias in the middle, but turns back and goes for Bruno Fernandes, who once again has came back in support. To Pepe, back to Bruno Fernandes. Back to Pepe. Looking for that cross-field pass. Ruben Dias on the far side screaming for it, but gets the ball back to Bruno Fernandes on the left. He gets it to Diego Jota. Jota now tries to get the ball, flick it into the box towards Ronaldo, but Yaka, it was a relatively easy cross for Yaka Biol to deal with. However, he still does head it out for a corner.
Yeah, good again. Good defending. It's just smart play all round, really. When the ball comes in now, it's just dealing with the cross coming into the box, and it's the same thing as you mentioned earlier on. But they're still not able to break them down. They're not able to wear them down, and I just think Portugal are out of ideas at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take something special, and it's going to be a corner now on the near side. Bruno Fernandes taking it quickly with Bernardo Silva. Back to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes finds Conciao just on the edge of the area, who then tries to flick it up towards the back post, where Pepe, Jota and Ronaldo were there. It goes to Jota's head, and it's a relatively easy save for the Atletico Madrid man, Jan Oblak. There, nice, decent ball into the box there from Conciao, but when you've got Ronaldo and Pepe there, it's probably just fell to the wrong person with Diego Jota.
Yeah, exactly. But again, there's no space in there, is there? Look at that. It's so congested in that penalty area. There's no space for anybody to kind of catch on to anything, or even if the ball breaks loose. And I think that's partly what is frustrating Ronaldo as well right now.
Yeah, that resolute, compact midfield and defence for Slovenia, just causing so many issues for Portugal going forward. They cannot deal with it. A foul there, I believe, in the middle of the park. Yeah, an easy foul there. Stankovic pulling on the jersey of Cancelo, or Palinha, even in the midfield, draws a foul, and I believe as well that was not a, it was not a booking from Stankovic there, but it was a clear shot pull And the free kick is taken quickly towards Conchiao, and it trickles out there from Conchiao. He can't get a good connection on it, and it goes out for a goal kick for Slovenia. So far, so good. 10 minutes into extra time, just 5 minutes left of this period of extra time. We'll have another 15 minutes. So far, so good for Slovenia. And interesting as well, Stankovic was booked, by the way, for that shot pull. But interesting as well, it doesn't look like any signs of tiredness in that back line, or even if there is so, that Portugal are looking to capitalise on that.
Exactly. They look very fit. They look very organised. They're hard working for each other. There are no superstars in this team. That's the thing. There's no superstars. They're just 11 players working for each other, playing for their country, trying to win again. Again, the bigger teams could learn something from this.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, when you look at some of the list of, if you compare the national teams that these two teams play for, the club football, for example, Drakusic playing out in Russia with Sochi at the moment, up against players who are playing for some of the top teams in European football at the moment, and the difference is really, it should be night and day, but Portugal just cannot break this midfield or back line. They're still trying again at the moment. They have the ball on the right hand side with Cancelo, but once again Balkovic at left back is there to easily deal with Cancelo. He did hit the ball out for a throw in, but the linesman on the far side has deemed that it went off Cancelo first, so it's going to be a throw in on the far side, once again in safe possession area for Slovenia to take.
I just wonder whether, if you look at Cancelo's body language there, I do wonder whether even Portugal themselves are starting to wonder now. Some of the players starting to wonder, are we going to be able to score before extra time? I just wonder whether they themselves have now perhaps looked at it and thought, what do we have to do,
Yes, and Diego Jota going for a mazy run towards the box. Drakusic brings him down. A loose ball almost falls to Bernardo Silva, and I believe the referee has given a penalty.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Drakusic there tripping up Diego Jota, who made a mazy run towards the box. Drakusic as well, who is on a yellow card. And take a look at that one again. Diego Jota advancing towards the box. Stojanovic there. Drakusic brings him down, almost tries to go for the ball, and I think he's just a yard away from getting it there. Does it maybe take a touch off of his left leg? I don't think it does. And for Slovenia, I think that is a penalty, which will be taken, I assume, by Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, let's have a look. Yeah, he does catch him, doesn't he, with the inside of his leg. It looked like, I first initially thought that it looked like Drakusic had got the ball, or had made some contact with the ball, but it didn't look like it from that second replay. So it looks like Cristiano Ronaldo is now going to step up and he very rarely misses, doesn't he?
Well, Daniele Sato is speaking to the VAR officials at the moment. Ronaldo with the ball at the spot, but I don't see anything that could have potentially ruled out that. I think it was a relatively clear foul there from Drakusic in the end. He doesn't win the ball. There's some shoving in the box at the moment. Daniele Osoto just trying to calm things down. Adam Seren up with Yacabayol. And Osoto just trying to get that in. And Cristiano Ronaldo now has said record on the line. If he scores this, he'll be the oldest ever European Championship goal scorer at 39 years of age. He hasn't scored yet in this tournament, and he has a perfect opportunity now up against former Atletico Madrid man Jan Oblak, the former Real Madrid man, up against the Atletico Madrid goalkeeper. And this is a moment now for Cristiano Ronaldo. They could send him through to the next round. Cristiano Ronaldo saved by Jan Oblak. Oh, and the nightmare continues for Cristiano Ronaldo at this major tournament. He cannot buy a goal at the moment.
Super save. What a super save. That is an absolute super save. Oh, that is unbelievable. What a save.
Yes, excellent. It goes the right way. Cristiano Ronaldo looking to try and get it into the bottom left-hand corner. By all accounts, it's not a bad penalty from Cristiano Ronaldo, but Jan Oblak goes the right way and makes a great save of it, keeps them in the game. Slovenia, it's going to be out for a corner, taken quickly. Bruno Fernandes looking for his options in the box, gets the ball in towards the middle. They're screaming for a handball in the box. Portugal there from Bruno Fernandes, the ball going in towards, and the referee just trying to calm things down at the moment. He's signalling that it hit off his knee, and yeah, it did clearly hit off his knee there. I don't know exactly why the Portuguese are so incensed to believe that it hit off his hand. It was Diego Jota who was at the back crying perhaps for it the most. Nuno Mendes as well asking for a penalty, but clearly hits off of his knee. And well, we didn't get a lot of drama in the 90 minutes, but we've certainly had our fill in the first half of extra time, which should be coming to a close fairly soon. I expect there was about a minute of added time, but we did have a stoppage. Looking back at that, that is a beautiful save from Jan Oblak, their star man. Slovenia showing up at the right time, and in contrast to Portugal's star man Cristiano Ronaldo, he had the record in his sights. Tears at the moment for the Portuguese man, and I believe that is the first half of extra time over and done with. So we're going to have a short break, and then we're going to go back into the action. And yeah, well, Paul, your assessment on that first half of extra time, but I assume I know what the main talking point is going to be for you.
Well, yeah, I don't think you can deny that it's a penalty. It's definitely a penalty. But I mean, what a super save. It just goes... It's not a bad penalty by Ronaldo. No, he's in tears now, but it's not a bad penalty by Ronaldo. It is just a super save. He put it towards the corner. The goalkeeper got across and made the mistake. He's having a breakdown on there. He can't go back out there. They must take him off now.
It's sad to look at, almost, I guess. It depends your opinion on Ronaldo, but what is he doing, if I'm honest? You know, it's obviously a difficult moment for him. He should have probably put the penalty away, but he was denied by a really good save by Jan Oblak. And to be honest, he has to get it together here. Quickly, before we start into the second half, I would like to know who your player of the match has been for this game, Paul James.
Well, my player of the match is, I don't think you'll be too surprised at this, Vanja Drakusic, the number 21 for Slovenia. Been part of that central defensive partnership with Biol. They've been absolutely brilliant, and they've just shut Portugal down completely and shut that man down, Cristiano Ronaldo, completely. So for me, the player of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Slovenia's number 21, Vanja Drakusic.
Yeah, I think I can absolutely agree with that. He was a stalwart at the back. He was unlucky, I think, with the penalty as well. Nearly wins the ball, but you know, in reflection of the entire game as a whole, they wouldn't be at this stage of the tournament if it was not for his defensive, in particular his defensive efforts. And it's going to be another change. Elsnik coming off, and it's going to be the veteran Josip Ilic. And this is going to be a bit of a story now, because he only just came back into the national team frame just before this tournament for the first time in 3 years. He had a year out from playing football at Atalanta as well, due to COVID and some mental health issues. So for this man to come on now, he is an experienced player, one of the only players who actually played at the last major tournament Slovenia were at the 2010 World Cup, one of the only players left from that era of football, the last time they made a major tournament at the World Cup. Number 26 on, Josip Ilic of Atalanta, and if he could snatch a goal now, then certainly they'll have him in mind for the penalties as well, which could be coming up in the next 15 minutes. That could be some story.
Yes, as well. And it looks like there's been a booking here for Bijol as well, which means he'll miss the next game. Yep,
he's just been booked there, Jakub Bijol. It's a cynical challenge on Diego Jota, just leads with his left foot into Jota, and it's an easy yellow card there. And as you mentioned, he will miss the next game against France should Slovenia progress, which, you know, it's maybe said earlier on in the game, given Portugal's possession, yes, Slovenia possession, aye, right, but they've certainly shown in this game that they've done more than enough to stay with Portugal, and if they snatch a goal now to win this, then all you can say is that they would absolutely have deserved it in this game. But Portugal on the ball at the moment with Bernardo Silva on the left-hand side. Just in the centre goes to Ruben Dias. Portugal now need to compose themselves, particularly Cristiano Ronaldo needs to compose himself after what was essentially a crying fit on the sideline after missing that penalty. It was a good save from Jan Oblak, to be fair, and Portugal now going to try and advance forward. Conchiao gets the better of Balkovic, but Balkovic sees the danger. Smart foul for him to give away and takes a yellow card.
Smart. That's a smart one to take, isn't it?
Yeah, Conchiao has the better of him there, so it was a smart one to take for Jure Balkovic. And it's going to give Portugal a free kick in a relatively dangerous position here for Bruno Fernandes to try and whip into the box. Conchiao frustrated with himself at that. And it's going to be an opportunity now for Portugal to get the ball into the area. We are 17 minutes into 30 minutes of added time, of extra time even, in this game. We will go to penalties if it's stalemate. Bruno Fernandes whips the ball in towards Palhinha, and Palhinha's looping header, well, I think Jan Oblak maybe just takes a judgment there to just tip it over the bar rather than try and opt for the catch, but relatively comfortable for him there to get the ball out. It's going to be a Portugal corner.
It was a nice try that time, and for the first time there was a little bit of space in the penalty area there, and I think the goalkeeper made the right choice. He's backing up. It's better to just not take a chance and just let it flip it over the crossbar.
Yeah, and the ball's whipped in towards Pepe. Pepe going up towards Ronaldo at the back post, and Jan Oblak meeting him. It's going to be a foul there on Cristiano Ronaldo, as once again he clatters into Jan Oblak, and you can't help but think he's done that as a little bit of, well, you saved my penalty, so I'm going to give you some.
Yeah, I mean, let's look at this again. He goes up for it. Yeah, you see the elbows leaning a bit there with the elbow.
Leads with his elbow, his shoulder. Definitely a bit of aggression there from Cristiano Ronaldo. Don't believe he got any yellow card for that. There is no Portuguese player on the park at the moment with a yellow card. Put that in comparison to the Slovenian back line, which all have a booking at the moment, including Stankovic, who's came on and also received a yellow card. So definitely drawing the fouls here, Slovenia. Verbic now on the left-hand side, looking for space in the middle with Benjamin Sesko. Portugal able to just about clear the ball away. Conchiao to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes lumps the ball away. Cristiano Ronaldo up against Drus Kusic, but Kusic is there to get it comfortably, and the ball falls to Stankovic. Stankovic, a lumped ball up towards Verbic on the left-hand side, and it's going to be blown as a free kick for offside. So we're coming into this game, and it's starting to feel like at the moment both of these teams are looking to settle for the penalties, or certainly Slovenia will. Anyway, Bruno Fernandes now trying to lump the ball forward towards Ronaldo and Diogo Jota. It's going to meet Diogo Jota, but he's not going to get the beating of Drkusic there, and the ball falls comfortably back towards Jan Oblak in goal. So certainly I think it's going to take his time now as Slovenia try and run down the remaining 10 minutes of this game. We are 20 minutes into 30 minutes of added time. Still Portugal nil, Slovenia nil. We'll go to penalties, and actually completely missed that. I think there was a coming together between the referee and Mateusz Kek, because Mateusz Kek has been red carded and sent to the stands. We didn't actually see what he said to the referee or perhaps the fourth official, but it doesn't matter. He's been sent to the stands.
Yeah, that's not good, given the fact that there may be a penalty shootout coming up.
Yeah, well, they've lost the manager.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a free kick, I believe, in a dangerous position for Slovenia. Diogo Jota, the one who's upped there. Verbic there, just outside the area. Diogo Jota clatters even into the back of him, just on the edge of the area. And this is going to give Slovenia now a free kick opportunity from what is a relatively dangerous position here to try and snatch this at the death. Roberto Martinez also received a yellow card. We didn't see exactly what happened to cause that. I think it may have been something that happened in the half-time of extra time between the two sides, when after of course the drama of the penalty save. And it's going to be Ilic who's standing over the ball at the moment of this free kick, which is just favouring towards his left-hand side, almost favours a right-footed effort. And it's going to be just outside the area, about 20 yards from goal, as Diego Costa tries to organise as well. Ilic standing over the ball alongside Adam Sierin. And what a moment this would be for Slovenia. This is a golden opportunity to try and get the winner here. Snatch this at the death. Diego Costa organising his wall. We're 20 yards from goal, and it's going to be Seren and Ilic who stand over the ball. Ilic a left footer, Seren a right footer, with Balkovic, I believe, standing over it as well. It's going to go to Ilic, who cannons it off of the wall and out for a throw in on the near side for Slovenia to take. It's going to be Balkovic. Balkovic towards Verbic. Verbic now flicks it towards Balkovic, but Conchal is there to recover, and he hits that really smartly off of Balkovic to allow the goal kick, and which Portugal are going to try and take quickly here. They don't want penalties. They want to try and get this sorted in normal time. And
the question is, Jack, will Cristiano Ronaldo take one in penalty if it goes to penalties?
Well, it's going to play on his mind now, isn't it? If he is on the part, or if he does take one, that save from Jan Oblak. And really, when you look at Ronaldo in the headspace he's been in this entire game, probably not the best idea, but you know he will take one. That's a long ball up towards Josip Ilic, or Adam Sela even. Sela now trying to hold up the play, and it's easily dealt with by Portugal to lump the ball up towards Ronaldo, but Dukusic is there to recover in the halfway line, gets the ball all the way back towards Jan Oblak and goes. And Oblak lumps that one forwards. Benjamin Sesko almost gets on the end of it from the header from Sela. Stankovic takes the ball down now. It gets to Sela. Sela with space on the right-hand side to Josip Ilic. Ilic looking to try and cut inside. Finds the pass of Karnasic almost there. If he could have found a pass in the space that Karnasic was in, that would have been a good opportunity. But the pass is just too much and out for a goal kick.
Well, they're starting to look a bit more adventurous as we're now heading into sort of the last 6 minutes. See, Mike has been commenting in the lead up to the penalty. He says, "What were you saying, Paul, about Ronaldo not missing penalties?" Well, he rarely misses. Is the truth. He rarely misses, and it actually wasn't a bad penalty. It was just a super save. And he's had what I would have done though, Jack, is I might have considered taking him off after that.
I think after that, as I was injured, a crying fit in the half-time of extra time, I think you've definitely got to get people in the right mindset for this game at the moment, and it doesn't look like that's Ronaldo, but I mean, he's still got 5 minutes to try and snatch a winner here, and it's Conchal on the right-hand side who's got space. Conchal now looking to get the ball towards the box, and it's then cleared away by Balkovic. Balkovic up towards Pepe. Pepe now takes the ball down. Oh, and that's a really big error. And Benjamin Sesko, he's got a chance to be a hero, and it's a great save from Diego Costa in goals. He had to save that. That was a moment for Benjamin Sesko, but a great save from Diego Costa.
What a super chance, one-on-one with Diego Costa, but what a really good save. I think Sesko did what he was supposed to do there. He tried to place it by the side of the goalkeeper. It wasn't a bad effort, but it really was a super save.
Yeah, Costa, to his credit there, comes out very quickly, makes it difficult, forces Benjamin Sesko into a decision. Really poor defending from Pepe there. That could have been a disastrous moment, but now it's a chance for Portugal as the ball's whipped in from Conchal towards the back post. It's cleared away, only as far as Cancelo. Slovenia even, once again, jumping on towards a counter-attack. The ball is cleared forward, but is deflected off of Palinha and from Verbic, and Slovenia are able to breathe again. And that is a decent finish from Benjamin Sesko towards that bottom left-hand corner, but denied by a really good save from Costa. And goals. There's going to be another couple of substitutions. Ruben Neves, former Wolves man, is going to be coming on alongside Nelson Semedo. Looking to see who it is that's going to be taken off. This could be tactical to see perhaps if they've been looking at penalties, who the best penalty takers are, but they've not confirmed yet exactly who's going to be coming off for the two. So we play on at the moment. Jan Oblak lumps the ball forward. Pepe is there to meet, gets the ball to Ronaldo, who brings it down nicely to Bernardo Silva. Silva now looking for his options, but once again can't find any in that resolute Slovenia back line. Goes to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes now picked up well by Karnasic. Loose ball goes to Fernandes, to Bernardo Silva. And Silva now, once again, good defending from Drakusic on Bernardo Silva, and it gets a great cheer from the Slovenian faithful just behind that challenge. There's Drakusic firing up the Slovenian supporters behind that area. And here we go with the substitutions. It's going to be Pepe who comes off for the remaining stages of the game, and alongside the number 20 for Portugal, it's Cancelo. So Ruben Neves and Nelson Semedo on for Cancelo and Pepe. Pepe's tournament could be finished here should Portugal not progress through in penalties, which really is looking like the likely outcome at the moment.
Well, you never know. I mean, I've seen it before in the World Cup in 2018 when penalties have been missed, but yet they've gone on. I remember when Denmark did it, they missed a penalty in extra time and ended up winning on penalties later. So I've seen teams do it, but it's at the end of the day, it's you begin to wonder, don't you?
Yeah, as we come into the closing stages here, just 2 minutes left of extra time, 28 minutes now coming on to the clock. I don't expect there'll be, again, an awful lot of added time onto the extra time. So really it is becoming now or never for Portugal to win this in normal time. Nelson Semedo links up with Cancelo, and once again Balkovic, the left back for Slovenia, proving his worth there with a clearance to stop the attack, and Nelson Semedo takes the ball back on with the throw in. Gets the ball out to Ruben Neves, of Ruben Dias even. Diaz now trying to advance forward. Nuno Mendes takes the ball. It goes back the way towards Bruno Fernandes. That's not where Portugal want the ball at the moment. Bruno Fernandes plays a cross ball towards Cancelo, who's dragged back by a good Slovenian press there. And he has to force the ball back to Polina, who's the furthest man back. That's a beautiful little chip ball towards Nuno Mendes, but really good goalkeeping there from Jan Oblak to deny Nuno Mendes on the run. Quick play from Jan Oblak, who has been outstanding in this game for Slovenia, and that's not what Portugal will want, given that penalties are going to be coming up soon. A man on form like Jan Oblak, the Atletico Madrid goalkeeper. And it's going to be 29 minutes on the clock now, just seconds remain of this game before we go to penalties. The ball's lumped forward towards Cancelo. Cancelo now on the right hand side has a bit of space, but nobody in the middle. He's forced back by Balkovic. Goes towards Bruno Fernandes, who tries to play a shoot ball into the middle, and it falls to Nuno Mendes almost. And that's again really good defending this time from Josip Vilic to just deny Nuno Mendes' space just outside the area, and it wins Portugal a corner, which we are really coming in to the last chance saloon here for the Portuguese to win this in normal time.
Again.
Excellent defending there from Slovenia on Cancelo. The loose ball almost falls in the box towards Ronaldo, cleared away, and Ruben Neves sees his name in lights from about 35 yards, goes for the volley. And I don't know if you watch American football, but that was a field goal there from Ruben Neves over the bar. Just looking back at that chance there from Benjamin Sesko as we come into the closing
in my back
stages.
garden, Jack.
Sorry?
I think it's just landed in my back garden.
I think so, because that was a pitiful effort from Ruben Neves. Sesko there, they're showing that chance from Benjamin Sesko, the chance to win it. 1 additional minute of added time in this, so we'll go to 121 minutes before we're closed up here. Portugal have the ball, a quick throw in towards Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo out towards Nuno Mendes to Ruben Dias. Dias now to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes plays a cross ball towards Nelson Semedo, who's got a bit of space on the right hand side. And this could be that here. Nelson Semedo out to Fabio Cancelo. Cancelo now, his cross easily blocked. And it's going to fall all the way towards Balkovic. And Balkovic, excellent defending there. And once again, draws the cheers from the Slovenian faithful behind the goal, because that might have just secured that defensive block there to get the ball out for a goal kick. May have just secured that this game will go to penalties. And we are done here in terms of normal time and extra time, which means we go to penalties. Portugal 0, Slovenia 0, and penalties coming up.
Well, first penalty kick competition in the tournament, and you said if you're a fan of defensive football that you would have enjoyed Slovenia's display. I am a fan of defensive football, and I have to say they've been brilliant today. That is the best display of defensive football I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, what could be bad news for both of these teams is that really both goalkeepers have been on top form today. We mentioned Jan Oblak, an excellent save at the most crucial moment up against Cristiano Ronaldo, a man desperate to get a goal in this tournament, and Oblak is able to deny him. And then, of course, we can't go without mentioning that save in the second half of extra time from Diego Costa up against Benjamin Sesko, 1-on-1 on goal, which would have sent Slovenia through to the quarter-finals. Both of these goalkeepers on top form this afternoon, or evening even.
Yeah, they've been brilliant, both of them, to be honest. And I think what Portugal and Slovenia will look at here is just how well that they've both been defensively. Because even coming forward when Slovenia have come forward, Portugal have looked pretty decent defensively, bar one or two errors.
Yeah, and Slovenia really can hold their heads up high in this tournament so far. They had a really difficult group, you have to say, against a resolute Serbia side, a Denmark side who are so used to these major tournament stages, and of course playing England as well. They managed to get 3 draws out of that, and they managed to get a draw today. And you have to say, if they do go through, then it's all credit to their defensive efforts, and I think it would absolutely be deserved, because I feel like Portugal really haven't been as clinical as what they could have been, because ultimately, despite the fact that Portugal dominated the possession stats, I feel like the penalty was the only real big chance that you looked at and went, oh, that was a clear-cut chance on goal that they could have and should have scored. Outside of that, there's been a lot of possession, a lot of messing about with possession, but just nothing clear-cut. And you could say that's down to Portugal being not as clinical as it could have been, but also you have to really, and you feel like you want to give more credit towards Slovenia and the defensive side of the game for that reason.
Yeah, they've been very, very good today. Very, very good today. And I almost have a sympathy with Cristiano Ronaldo, because he really has been shut out completely.
Well, you expect that he will probably take a penalty here. We don't know exactly what order that will be in, but I would imagine that he will be itching to take one. Don't think it counts as a goal in the tournament if it is a penalty, and if he does able to score it, so he'll still be searching for his first goal in play. The ball is deemed is going to be going towards the left-hand side of the main stand, or they're just doing the coin toss just now to decide what side we will be playing on. I believe Slovenia occupy the right-hand side of the stadium, with Portugal occupying most of behind the goal of the left, and it is going to be behind the Portugal fans for the penalties to be taken. So that's a big boost for Portugal. They're attacking towards their own support. They're playing towards their own support as opposed to Slovenia on the opposite side. That can have a psychological effect, and Portugal will be certainly happy that that's the case as we get underway almost with the penalty shootout here. The two goalkeepers exchanging pleasantries before we get underway. As we mentioned, both having a really good start so far, and it's going to be Slovenia who take the first penalty of the game to get things going in the penalty shootout, the first penalty shootout of Euro 2024. It's going to be Josip Ilić, as we mentioned, a really great story in Josip Ilić being at this tournament after 3 years out of the national team setup. He has a chance now to get things going for Slovenia, and Ilić steps up and takes in Diego Costa, goes the right way. Good save, Diego Costa.
Oh yes, it's a very good save. That just gets across, very similar to the save actually that Jan Oblak made. Isn't it? It's very similar.
I thought the exact same. It's almost the exact same penalty that Ronaldo took, and it's almost, as you mentioned, the exact same save as well. We mentioned just before that these two goalkeepers being so crucial in this game and in full time and extra time, and well, yeah, they've certainly shown there that the form that they've been on in this game. Diego Costa showing there. It's Cristiano Ronaldo up against Oblak, number 2 now in this game for Cristiano Ronaldo to take. Can he finish this time? Takes a slow run up, goes the right way, Jan Oblak, but it doesn't matter because Cristiano Ronaldo gets it in the back of the net.
No mistake that time.
No mistake that time for Cristiano Ronaldo. As I mentioned, Oblak, incredibly unlucky. He guesses the right way, Jan Oblak, and it's just a yard away from him. I think the penalty is just a bit better than his last effort, perhaps towards that right-hand side, which doesn't favour Oblak much more, and Ronaldo able to dispatch that penalty comfortably. And now it's going to be Balkovic, Jure Balkovic, who will take this next penalty. He's been playing left-back this game, and we'll wait to see. He's running up at the moment to take the penalty, and Diego Costa with another outstanding save from Balkovic there. And Portugal now on the cusp here, just a couple of penalties away from sealing the deal.
Yeah, they're behind the 8 ball now. That penalty was, at that point, that penalty, look at this, it's just it's a good height for the goalkeeper that time. Not the best of penalties. It's good height for the goalkeeper. Not to take it away from him, it's a really good save. But I'd say a very competitive height for the goalie.
No, I think you're right. I think it favours Diego Costa. They're quite central to him, and it's going to be Bruno Fernandes, the regular penalty taker, of course, of Manchester United, to step up and take this next one. And it will really put Portugal on the cusp of the next round. And that is easy pickings for Bruno Fernandes. Jan Oblak opts to try and stay in the middle, and it trickles into the bottom right-hand corner. And Portugal now clearly have the advantage.
Yeah, he decided to stay still, thinking that Bruno Fernandes might go down the middle, but easy penalty in the end. And now Slovenia have really got their work cut out.
Yeah, really, you'd think this has to go in for Slovenia if they want any chance of recovering here. It's going to be Verbic, a substitute, to take the penalty, and surely they cannot miss another one, the Slovenians. Verbic to take, up against Diego Costa once again, behind the Portuguese. Verbic, another save from Diego Costa. The third missed penalty in this game. And Diego Costa has been the hero so far.
A really, really good height for the goalkeeper. And of course now it's at match point now. If he scores, that's it now. It'll be a blank out 3-0 penalty victory for Portugal. This is a penalty that could take them through to the quarter-final.
It would be really disappointing there from Verbic. Again, a similar penalty, quite close to Diego Costa, but Diego Costa still got to make a save there. And really, after all their efforts in this game to fall at the penalty shootout, they will be incredibly disappointed in their efforts in this penalty shootout. And it's Bernardo Silva of Man City to seal the deal. Yes, he does. Sends Oblak the wrong way and sends Portugal in to the quarter-finals to play France.
Wow, it was a very one-sided penalty shootout. They will be disappointed with that, but you have to say, it's been one of that type of game, hasn't it? And I feel sorry for Slovenia. They defended so well and worked so hard to get to that stage, but in the end, it just wasn't enough, and there was a difference in the quality of the penalty taking, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that is really what the difference came down to in the end. Sometimes you say that penalty shootout is a lottery, but it certainly didn't seem like that there. And it topped off what was an incredible defensive game of football. Portugal could have sealed the deal in extra time with a penalty from Cristiano Ronaldo, well saved by Jan Oblak. But as we went into penalties, 3 consecutive saves from Diego Costa against Slovenian players. 3 scored penalties by Portugal, sends them through to play France in the quarter-finals of Euro 2024. Cristiano Ronaldo still searching for his first goal in the tournament so far. I don't think we're quite counting that penalty, but he still had to dispatch the penalty in the penalty shootout anyway. So Portugal, they're going through to the quarter-finals against France. Thank you very much to Paul James for being with me for what has been an epic couple of hours of football, despite, of course, a 0-0. Really interesting defensive 0-0 game. Enjoyed every minute of it. And I'll pass you back now to Russ Vernon.
Thank you very much, Jack, Essen and Paul James. Brilliant commentary this evening and a long one at that as well. Excellent commentary from both of you this evening as we see Portugal progress in the Euro 2024 quarterfinals to take on France, as you can see on the screen there. That'll be played this coming Friday evening for that one, and we'll wait and see who goes through there. That'll be the 8 o'clock kickoff on Friday evening after the Germany game, Spain against Germany at 5 o'clock. So we will have two big nations going out of the competition this Friday evening, because at 5 o'clock is Spain against Germany, and at 8 o'clock it is Portugal against France, who will go through into the next round. And Paul James is with us still. And Paul, what a penalty shootout! Who would have thought it'd been so one-sided, the penalty shootout, Paul, to see who goes through in Portugal? Ronaldo, he said he never normally misses. He missed in the game, which would have been in normal time, but he doesn't miss in the penalty shootout, and he's helped Portugal through to face France in the quarterfinals on Friday evening.
Yeah, he has, and it's true. He doesn't miss very often, and it was a good save by Jan Oblak. Anyway, was the first penalty, but the second one he absolutely made sure, and it was a very good finish. As I sit and take my hat off to Slovenia today, a defensive display that shut down some of the world's best players. And I think you've got to take your hat off, and I think they'll be incredibly disappointed with the way the shootout worked out. But I think they'll go back to Slovenia for a hero's welcome.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Absolutely. And Paul, obviously, you gave the player of the match to a Slovenian player in Vanja Durusic today. He's on the losing side, and his performance, not just in this tournament, but tonight, isn't worthy of him being on the losing side, does it?
No, it doesn't, and it doesn't for a lot of the Slovenian players. They've performed very, very well, but as we know, I said the same thing yesterday. Slovakia, I felt, deserved to win the game, and they didn't due to a last-minute goal. I feel sorry for Slovenia as well. It's just been unfortunate for them tonight. We all know that football's a cruel game, and we all know that the penalty shootout is the epitome of cruelty at times. England know that enough. So it is the way it is sometimes, and Portugal will move on to play France. I think that they'll have to be a little better against the French if they want to get past them. But it's a rerun of the 2016 final. Kind of exciting, really.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. But we say Portugal need to be better to play against France. I've seen majority of the French games. Well, I've seen all of the French games up to now, and France, for me, Paul, and really to get going in this competition. There's a lot of teams like that, but or should I say countries like that, but France, for me, yet to really get going, and only just scrape through in second, scrape through again tonight with an own goal, which it looked like that game was going to go to extra time and finish 0-0, but they scrape through with an own goal in the game earlier against Belgium. So France are not playing that well. So for me, if Portugal play their own game, I know they try playing their own game today, but they come up against a very good organised defence in Slovenia. But France, they've got some good players defensively. But for me, they've not looked. France are better. For me, France have got good players defensively. Portugal have got good players defense, attacking wise, all over the pitch for both sides. But for me, Portugal, with their front line, I know they didn't score today, but if they can get the French backline, they can easily cause problems and could win it in normal time for me that game on Friday evening, the 8 o'clock kickoff in that one. So for me, Portugal, if they just play their own game, like they've done, I know they didn't do it in the last game against Georgia, and they tried to do it today, but come up against a strong side in Slovenia defensively, it could really cause France a few problems because France have not performed as well as the teams or as well as people thought they would do in this competition.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of teams haven't, but I think when you start to get onto a match like France versus Portugal, and you're involved in that, both Portugal and France they're both probably going to lift their game, because I think England will probably have to lift their game against Switzerland. Germany will have to even improve on them, on the way that they play, if they want to overcome Spain. It's one of those things, isn't it? You're just going to have to pick themselves up and try and step it up to the next level.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. And I agree with you there about Germany. They need to step it up against Spain, especially Lamal and Williams. They're really going to could potentially cause Germany a few problems on the weekend, if especially those two young lads. Yamal only 16, but really good performance from Spain yesterday. Portugal lucky in the end to get through. Slovenia very unlucky to go out. I just want to say thank you to Jack and Paul for excellent commentary this afternoon, this morning, or evening, depending where you've listened to it from. We've finished our coverage here today. We've been on almost 3 hours right now. So we're going to finish our coverage for today right now. Thank you very much for listening to our 2 commentaries today. Hopefully we'll be back very shortly with some more live coverage from Euro 2024. Until then, thank you very much for listening. We'll see you again soon. Take care. It's goodbye from me, goodbye from Jack, goodbye from Paul, and goodbye from all of the team here and the commentary. Goodbye.